What do we got here? Who do we got here? Viking, what's going on, man? Bear with me one moment. Well, hello. Welcome, everyone who's coming in now. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's an unusual live show today. Just throwing up because I've got the day off. I'm staying home and crack a couple beers. So I already got one cracked for us here. And gonna smoke a J. Just kind of hang out, man. I'm my birthday today, and to be perfectly frank, I'm not really feeling it. So I thought I'd at least do something constructive, hang out with my buds here, see who's got the day off, see who's listening casually at work, see who could join us, and maybe we'll make something of it. So this is pre-show. I know that we're live right now. I'll probably cut this out if I broadcast this, but yeah, man, thank you everyone for coming out here. I'm gonna open up panel two. All right. Uh, let's see. Copying the StreamYard. I could tell that I'm getting older because yeah, I noticed this lately. Whenever I'm like talking to someone while I'm on my phone, or if I'm talking to you guys while I'm on the computer, I start narrating what I'm doing. Like, oh, I'm opening this. I'm gonna click close that. It's just something that like my dad does. You know, it's dad's on the internet, I guess. But guys, I'm still learning all this. So yeah, guys, thanks. Jay Hills, I see you there, man. Happy Cultivator, Ralph D, thank you for the birthday wishes. Simon, thank you. Idoob, it's always good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. Uh, Thank you for the birthday wishes. No flyby. I'm not wearing my birthday suit, just the T-shirt from last night and the pants I woke up in. So yeah, kind of having a little bit of a trudge today. Not really feeling celebratory. That's all right, because age is just a number, and I turned 44 today. And I had my midlife crisis a couple years ago, so I'm over that. I'm already contemplated all the mortality, already contemplated all the morbid details of life and death, and where I fall in between those two things. So not 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 super depressed or anything. I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna be happier when we have some people on. Let me get this over here. Uh, so sorry, yeah, we're still pre-show. I'm gonna finish the cigarette. Come on, we'll talk about some stuff, guys. Um, God, it's fucking hard doing this without Chronic here. Chronic, I'm not prepared, bud. All right. Happy Cultivator, we're the same age. All right, man. Yeah, 44. It's not bad. I remember when I was in my 20s, my mid 20s, we had a couple friends who were like some hip 50-year-olds, and they made 50 look pretty cool. And even my mom and my dad, they're only about 20 years older than me, so they had a good life in their 50s and whatnot, and so I'm not worried too much about the aging and what it implies, but um, it's like little health issues start adding up. You got a bad back, you got bad knees, fucking wake up to pee 3 times in the night. My vision's going. This is my first year I'm wearing glasses. I'm no good at that. Uh, I probably already need a new prescription from the one I got, starting off this year. Uh, I can't read my cell phone screen. I can't read this computer screen without the glasses now. So it's it's coming to that. But that's all the joys you get with the wisdom and the aging and the life experiences. And what's on the other side of that is that I've been around this rock long enough that I'm pretty confident in what I'm good at. I'm pretty confident at my skills with my trade. Getting pretty damn confident with the gardening skills, and pretty confident to bring you guys information and to bring maybe a constructive criticism that comes with experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some of you guys have been out there growing for a long time. Some of you guys have been growing for 20, 30 years, but me, I've been doing this for about 9 years now. I think this is the 9th year, or maybe the end of the 8th year. I'd have to go back. It was before my kid was born. He turned 7 in a couple weeks. So uh, starting out over there at the Grow Boss um, with his live shows came a lot more information, a lot more engagement with the community. We got to see a lot of gardens. The guy's been very, very tireless in his efforts of exposing the truth, exposing, what works and what doesn't, sharing his experiences, simplifying things. I know that a lot of us learned from Grow Boss over there, and that's really where I started my growing. I had a grow already, a grow already in the bag, so to speak, before I came across his information. But that's where it really took off, and I think a lot of you guys would agree that's where we kind of took off. So, in honor of that experience and in honor of sort of the wisdom and the good successes, the experience with the successes. I try to bring that with me onto my program for you guys. And a lot of you guys, it's nothing new. You guys have all heard this. Some of you guys are really great growers, and you guys come here to be part of a community and to stay tapped in. Also, I'd like to think that we offer you guys at least a little bit of entertainment on a Saturday and bring you guys something just somewhere to be and something to do. Most of the people who watch this, maybe not this particular program, but our Saturday program, watch it after the fact. They see it like during the week. We get a whole lot more views than the initial couple hundred people who join us live, and so that's really encouraging. The subscriber count is growing every day. We passed 1,000 subs last week, and we're already almost at I think it says 1070 now. So we put together 70 new subs in the last week, really. So that's very encouraging, seeing that there's still people out there who want to hear good information, who want a chance to see other gardeners who are doing well, and to learn from that. And we try to steer you guys away from bro science or conjecture or just what would I say, like anecdotal experience, someone just saying this happened for me. I like to bring people on who could show you what they're doing, and you could see the result, and then we could talk about people's methods, how that might differ from what I do here, and how that might differ from what we've done in the past. Hopefully, we are putting together a compendium of collective experience. Not to get too floral or too fruity with it, but hopefully we are putting together some repository of collective positive experience. And we do have a couple new growers come on, people who need a little bit of guidance, but as you might know, that's not exactly what this show is about. We do try to reach out to the new guy, but there's a lot of other places that if you want to learn how to grow, that you could go. The first place would be over Grow Boss, Education with the Grow Boss, Live with the Grow Boss. Check out all the back catalog. Buy the damn book, for God's sakes. We're always talking about the book. Buy the fucking book. Or if you watch along with me, you might get a chance to win a book. But a lot of us, it starts there. Or at least a lot of us, that's where the success took off. That's where we standardized our model of growing. That's where we were able to reinforce with each other the tenets, the ideas, too much water, too much light, too many nutrients, et cetera, pH is bullshit, et cetera. Spectrum, VPD, all those things, is there some merit to it? Maybe. I was thinking the other day, I'm going to bring myself up. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Indoor Promised Land. My name is New York John, and you are here now with me here on my birthday. Thank you very much for being here. If you've been watching along, you could already tell I've got a little bit of more energy in my voice. It's good to see you guys there in the comment section. It's good to be here and see my own face on the screen. See these beautiful Spider Farmer lights on a light mover shifting above my head. Everything's working good again, and we're here in the garden, and it smells great, and it feels great. The temperature in here is absolutely perfect, although the lights are just coming on. It's a little on the chill side, so I've got my puffy vest on. But soon it'll warm up. It'll feel like a beautiful, warm, inviting spring day. Exactly the type of day that you want to fucking play hooky from work. Maybe get yourself, fishing rod, take some time off, walk through nature. That's what this room reminds me of. And that's what your grow space should remind you of. If it's too hot, it's too cold, if it's too dry, you're going to know it. You walk in, you feel it. Tent is a little harder to dial in because when you open the tent, all the hot air comes out. Things start stabilizing with the room that you're in or the tent is in, and it's a little harder to tell. But I've gotten to my tent before, open it up, and fucking hot air just came right past me. So that can't be good either. This room feels like a beautiful spring day, and I love it here, man. I fucking love it in this room. Shit, you guys might know, like behind this computer, behind this camera, is a hydroponic garden. It's a DWC system with 6 pods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 pods. They've been empty for months. They've been empty since my last harvest because I needed room for a studio, god damn it, right here at the Indoor Promised Land Flower Room. So we had to make a little bit of room. Does that tell you anything? I got 5 big plants behind me. The last 5 were fucking killer. I'm happy to show you guys what's behind me. And I'm starting to think I've transitioned my focus right now on reaching out to you, developing a community, and then having this space as a semi-studio space. So will we see another garden behind me one day? Yeah, of course. We'll see another garden in front of me. We'll turn the camera around one day. Whole place will be full again. But for right now, to be perfectly honest, getting together with you guys, managing my life, juggling work and family, having time for myself, not feeling too obligated, growing some good plants that don't take too much of my extra time, and trying to, like, me, I'm a little lazy. So not having a full garden in here is like actually giving me a little bit of time off. And that's the time off I get to spend with you guys. Sometime in the near future, that might change. But for right now, that's what I'm enjoying to do. And I think you guys are enjoying it as well. Because like those last 5 plants, those were fucking amazing. Am I going to do gigantic, huge fucking mother plants like that again? No, it was too much work, So we're trying to dial things into where manageable sizes, manageable size plants that don't take too much of my time. I'm not always chasing around de-leafing or shaping and all that shit. I try to get all the work done while we're in veg. When we come down here, this becomes more of an afterthought. I don't really have like a theory about, on this day we defoliate and this, big sweeping changes. I just kind of get down here. I putter a little bit. You might even see me on the program. I'll turn around once in a while and be like, oh, well, we don't need that leaf. All right, there goes that. But that's about the extent of it, and I try to keep it easy. So that's what I'm trying to offer to you guys is how do we make it where it's a hobby that we enjoy. It's a place for a revenue stream. We get some free weed. We learn how to grow, and it's not a fucking hassle. It's not an overburden, as a lot of times it can be. When I started out, I was obsessed with learning how to grow. And all the new growers who I meet, especially the reasonable ones, you could see that, you could hear it, you could see it in their text, you could see it in their comments in the live sections, that they are obsessed with trying to figure this out. But I got to tell you guys, there's nothing to figure out. Nothing has changed about how to grow plants indoors for a long time other than the equipment. However, we get to have at least some centralized good information where we all could look, where we all could learn. It's a great starting point. Bam, grow book and equipment guide. And stay tuned. We'll have a few more of these going out. This one in my hot little hand is going out to some dude we started talking to yesterday at Vermonster Grows. He was throwing up a live show. We met a guy over there. You'll forgive me, I forget his name. However, I guess he's in my area. He's not too far from where I am. So that's kind of cool. My neighborhood, my town is like in the region pretty famous for producing weed, which is weird because it's fucking cold here all the time. So it's famous for indoor growing. A lot of indoor growers here over the last couple decades, and I've met some of them. They're not as open. What they have are trade secrets. They think, they're not as eager to share. They had to learn probably through struggle and failure and waste of money, or maybe they got someone who apprenticed them, who taught them the way. Maybe they worked in someone else's garden, decided, hey, look, I'm doing all this work. I'm just getting paid on an hourly. I could do this in my own basement. I could do this in my own garage. But I've asked around, and it's hard to get any of these people interested in putting their faces or their process, up here for you. So it's lucky that the growers that we do have who are successful, when they come through here and they show us what's what, and they answer questions and they share their own methodology, they share some of their key points that they find important to their grows. I hope that that's like a mitzvah. I hope that that's like a blessing for everyone, because man, like the information's out there, but it's so fucking jumbled. That's why I call it the cannabis disinformation superhighway. The internet is full of bad information. Fuck, I was just over there at Grow Boss's channel a minute ago, and he had Lex Blazer on there, and man, I was falling the fuck asleep. But I was afraid if I fell asleep, it would hypnotize me, and I'd wake up with bad fucking information in my head. It'd be like Inception, and I wouldn't know where it came from. So don't fall asleep to Lex, okay? Even though that's tempting, with his slow and droning voice, and all of the information sounds the same. I hope you know that's not what we're doing here. I hope you recognize that immediately. That's not what's happening here. That's not what we're about. And if it ever comes to that, guys, just pull the plug for me, all right? If that starts to be what we're getting on, hey, I sell lights. Buy some Spider Farmer lights. Go over there. Use a promo code New York John, all one word. Sounds like it spells New York John, JOHN, and they'll give you like 10 or something percent off. I forget. We've sold a few lights. It's nice. They sent me a few bucks. That's cool. But they sent me the lights. I get to use these lights. They're fucking awesome. So that's really the only thing that's much changed. I was joking with Viking just last night, like, fuck it. If I ever felt beholden, I'll go back in the next room over in my basement and I'll dig out all the ballasts, all the bulbs, and all the high pressure sodiums and all the fucking reflectors, and we can go back to doing it that way, and then you'll know. It doesn't really matter. Now, our LED fixtures, the modern bar light fixtures, are they a game changer? Yeah. Are you going to save some wattage at the wall? Yeah, you are. Are they made with more usable light coming from these diodes in mind for what we're doing and what we're growing? Yes, they are. But here's my take. Your light fixture will never be the key to your success in indoor gardening. And I would never give away my power to, oh, yeah, the LEDs, they were a game changer. Spider Farmer, it's the only thing you could do. Fuck, I don't care what brand you buy. Have a light that fits your space. Know how to use it. A light will not be a game changer. It'll not, it's not going to be the key to your success. But we see so many gardeners misusing the light that they have. And I think sometimes it's the key to their failure. Too much light, too little light. Too small of a light for the footprint. Not enough watts for the size of plants. Not enough watts for the space. Those are all ways you could misuse your fixture or misappropriate a fixture for the wrong space. So at least get informed. There's reasonable, guides out there. There's reasonable places you could look. Right now, these lights, although they go up to 860 watts, I don't have enough ceiling height to really want to crank out 860 watts. I have not seen any evidence that would change. Although I do know it would bring in more heat. There's a lot of information about like those last 50% being like, 100% more heat. So I have these cracked down to, well, right now they're a little lower for studio purposes, but 80%. So 80% of 860, I think that comes in less than 600 watts. Am I wrong here? We'd have to do some math. Any of you guys good in math? 80% of 860. Smoke them if you got them. Fucking drink them if you got them. Let us know what you're smoking on. As if it matters. It's a point of conversation. This isn't going to be a regular Indoor Promised Land show. As you can see, we're not here on a Saturday. I'm going to do right here is I'm going to post the link, right? If you look in chat, you should see the link for the StreamYard. If you have something you want to say or want to come on and just shoot the shit, pop on in. Hey, welcome, Chad. It's good to see you here, man. Looks like you're quick with the math. 86 times 8. Whew. Yeah, that's right. It would be 86 times 8. So whatever that is. It's like 640 plus. So yeah, maybe we're edging around 700 watts. And that's about what I finished with these lights last time, was just around 700 watts. Maybe just a little extra, because again, If it was 1,000 watt, for me, it'd be easy. Like 100% of 1,000 is 1,000, 80% of 1,000 is 800. But we're starting off from sort of an uneven number, 860. So the math just kind of goes right out the right out the window with me. But yeah, 700 watts over a 4x4 space, and really we're kind of feeding a 5x5. And this one right here, we kind of have more like 5x6 on the light mover. Everything's fine. Nothing's suffering. Nothing looks short. Nothing looks underfed. Nothing looks underlit. Nothing looks overlit. And I only really have like another foot vertically that I could raise these. With the bigger plants we had last time, the big mothers, we had to have them all the way up. Those plants were much taller than these, but also they were much older. So that's what I say, like that's my new take on it. Is it's not going to be the key to your success, these fixtures, but they could be the key to your failure if you're not using light correctly. And that would be one of the first things you'd want to maybe nail down if you're trying to be a new indoor grower, is how to use the light. What is the appropriate amount of light? Trying to learn how to read your plants as they're growing in veg, not trying to throw all of the wattage all at once, 100%. Trying to balance off your light heights. I mean, all of my stuff starts under fluorescence. A lot of you guys don't see that, but like all of my pre-veg, the cloning, even mid-veg, under fluorescent fixtures, like 200-watt fluorescent fixtures. As the plants get bigger, I add another fixture. That's all there is to it. Crack them back down again. Because with a 4-light 200-watt fixture, if you have the type that I have, I can take all the bulbs out except for one. Boom. 50 watts. 50 watts in a 2x4. How many plants? Divide them by that. That's how many watt each plant could potentially take if you're not throwing light at the ground. Raising those lights, lowering the lights, it's all part of how I work my veg. So it pays to pay attention to what your plants are telling you day by day. If you raise a light and you see like an immediate vertical stretch the next 2 days, you raise too much, or increase the wattage, make up the difference. At no point do I have them at full watts all the way sitting on top of the plant. At no point. Now, maybe I could run full watts if I could hang them 8 feet over the plants, spread them out, really get some good spread. But I would happen to think that some of the stuff at the bottom where we're just being shadowed all the time is probably going to suffer. So that comes the experience. Have I done this before? Have I done this before with similar plants in the same situation, with the same lights, with maybe one thing changed, one variable? That's how we do scientific testing. And I'm not claiming science. All right? I'm claiming experience. And if you like what you see behind me and you believe what I have to tell you, take it to the bank. Take it right to the bank. And if you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Check out some of the growers who I have come on. Look at the other growers in the community. You can go over to Grow Boss's channel and see 20,000 failing fucking gardens in any given 24-hour period. Look at what doesn't work. Yeah? Look at what those guys have in common. Check out the winners. Find someone you idolize. Really grill them. Ask them, how are you doing this thing? And if you like them so much and you enjoy their style of growing, maybe adapt that to your situation. For me, it was I switched to DWC. And I'll tell you a secret. It's because growing got really fucking boring after about 7 years. It got really boring. In fact, I was starting to lose so much interest. My skills had just plateaued. At least the amount of effort and energy I wanted to put into a hobby just plateaued. And nothing changed for me. For me, it was getting new information, having to go to new places and learn how to like put these buckets together, a little bit of plumbing skills, a little bit of parts sourcing, and then finding other people who are doing similar situations and really paying attention to where they were winning and what they were doing and trying to mimic that. I mean, my grow back here is basically a high grow hybrid system. He showed everybody early on how to grow a DWC, and think of him what you want today and what he's doing with those skills. You can't deny that guy was like first with the information and first with good gardens in order to show you like this is the power of DWC. So for me, that was my like tutor, that was my mentor. And although we never had any like contact, he never answered any of my questions, to be honest. I watched and watched and watched and watched and watched, and I tried to make mine look as much like his as was possible. And then of course we saw Grow More, Stress Less. We saw Body by Vio and what he did with that same information with less plants, bigger plants, huge fucking donkey dick colas. And that was my aha moment. And I hope for some of you, whether you're ever going to get into DWC or not, whether you stay in cocoa, whether you work soil, whether you have a 2x4 tent, a 4x4 tent, or fucking 3-light rotation, I hope that you get an aha moment and you could take yourself out of the doldrum, out of the sarcasm, out of the fucking, out of the mire, off the plateau, and bring it up to another level. Or at least I hope it keeps you interested. I hope it keeps you engaged, because I got to tell you, the excitement that new growers have, the giant fucking hard-ons new growers have for learning all the stuff and for all their failures, because, new growers really can only fail until they get good. You fail until you win. You watch, you find out what was wrong. You try to learn from other people's success. You let them point out to you where you failed. You take the good information. You try to incorporate that. Those guys stay energized. 7 years of growing, I wasn't energized anymore. I needed a kick in the ass. So for me, it was system change. I was already doing okay with medium, but I started paying more attention, and I had a little more of a zeal, right, in my attitude. I had a little more oomph and something new to kind of obsess about, and then already having plant shaping skills and how to use lights. Then I got the new equipment, and it wasn't the equipment that did it. It was incorporating a lot of different things, a couple pieces at a time, and then boom, I'm interested again. I'm so interested that I'm here with you guys on Saturdays. I'm here with you on my birthday to tell you how interested I am in growing indoors and how interested I hope you guys are. Hey, you just popped in. I saw you there. Pop back in. I'll bring you on. I'm sorry. I wanted to finish up my thought. We had, who was it? Oh, Ramrod. We had Ramrod up here. All right. That's, we can get you on here, Ramrod, if you want to come back up here. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to finish my point and then give you a proper introduction. But I see you popped off from backstage. Birthday spankings? Only if you want one, Chad. I'll do people's favors on my birthday. That's good weed. God bless good weed. Oh, dude, we got someone here. Bing bong. Chapo.
Happy birthday, Mr. Indoor Promise Man.
Hey, thanks, Chapo. How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Trying to stay
It's your
busy, I
birthday.
guess. It's my birthday, yeah. I got my
Yeah. Shit. I was 44 last year.
It's all right. I lost track every time I have to, the last couple of years I've been asking my wife, since I turned 40, how old am I again? She's like, you're 42.
Yep.
Okay. You just kind of forget.
I think I was 43 like 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah. In my late 30s, I think I had to actually bust out a calendar and start counting years backwards to figure out I really wasn't looking forward to 40, but now that I got past it, it's okay. It was a hard time. 40 is a weird time.
It is. You kind of start
something hits you in the face
questioning.
about it. Oh yeah, you're it's midlife. You are midlife, and you're midlife. If you live to 80, a lot of people don't look good in their 80s, man. 80 looks like suffering when some people do it, And I haven't
You're
been that good
lucky
to
to
my
make
body
it
my
to
whole life,
80. I don't know if I'll make it to 80.
I'll be lucky if I don't. Yeah, there's shitting in a bag years, not being able to walk, having to rely on other people, and all that shit. I don't look forward to it. I don't look forward to it.
I just don't know how everything will be. It's so crazy now.
Yeah, hopefully it's different in a good way and not just different crazy, because it has been crazy lately, hasn't it? Maybe that's the difference between the young, the medium, and the old, is that the old, you've got a precedent set. You've got a life you got accustomed to or used to, and then things start changing faster than you could adapt. And then you just kind of give up. Life is for the young. All these changes and new things become for the young. You write them off as well, I don't understand them. I'm getting old. I'll never understand them. That's for the kids. And I think maybe it's that mentality that causes us to mentally and emotionally, age.
It's just different. We grew up different. We grew up in a time there wasn't any internet.
Man, think about doing this. Doing this 5 years ago would have been a real fucking thing. You would have had to have a setup, and the cameras sucked and the audio sucked. And even I'm using Bluetooth. The Bluetooth sounds okay. It's a fucking little miracle. This thing will run on for fucking 2 days. This little thing will run on one charge. I can't believe how small the little battery in there. Yeah, it blows my mind. I hope by 80 we have really good immersive virtual reality, and I can go back to my high school years or walk through a mall in the early 90s again. You know what I mean? some of those experiences. I hope we have really, really good and immersive virtual reality, and we get all sit in the old folks' home and put our headsets on and just, you don't even fucking know where you are anyway half the time. Why not be somewhere else? Who
That'd be
wants to be
awesome.
in a nursing home?
Right. You just lay in bed and put on a headset and fucking be wherever you want to be. That'd be cool.
Word. Now, how come I'm not seeing private chat box? Oh, because they put it on the side. That's why. See, I'm
Yeah, it's
talking my
over.
way. I'm talking my way through the technology
Yep.
again. Aging as you watch. Ah, all right. Private
No,
chat. Hey,
I'm super
Team
excited
Ramrod.
at where I've
Hey,
come from.
Ramrod.
But
Yeah, that's so funny.
that was me. That
That
was
was you. I
Ramrod.
know. I know. That's funny. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to stick you in the
No,
corner.
I know what you were doing. I knew what you
Hey,
were
no,
doing.
no
You
one
were
sticks
waiting.
Chapo in the corner.
Oh, they have for a long time. Not anymore. Last one through the door, bitches.
Sure, here's to that, man.
uh,
I'm drinking beers. I got a whole pack of these today.
oh, hell yeah. It's your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving, man? You do anything productive? Do anything make you feel good?
No, we don't. I don't know. We eat food and shit. We don't. We're not big holiday
Celebrators.
celebrate. Yeah, like our. I
Celebratory.
mean, we have a Christmas tree, but we we have a black Christmas tree. We
Nice. We're gonna go cut ours down this weekend. I think we're gonna stay in town this year. We just did the travel for Thanksgiving and saw everybody. It's for an
it's
8 hour drive
exhausting.
there, 8 hour drive.
Oof,
It's just a lot, and
oof.
these are people I see twice a year. Why should I see them twice back to back in 1 month?
Right,
And try to make people come up and visit me. I kind of live far away from where everybody else lives.
for a
So
reason.
yeah, we're gonna go cut down a tree. There's a tree farm just a couple miles from my house, like deep in the woods over here. And
Oh hell
everybody
yeah!
goes. It's nice when it's a snowy day and you pull the sled. It's not so nice when it's a muddy day, between the trees. I think maybe
Right.
we'll catch it before the weather changes. Maybe this weekend. Hopefully there won't
Yeah.
be too much rain, and we'll cut down a tree and bring it home and set it up and do that whole thing all over again, which is always nice. Putting up
Hell yeah!
decorations.
And don't
All the
overwater the tree.
don't overwater the tree. Someone told me once add a little bit of Sprite or something
Oh
about
shit! I
the
don't know.
sugars and the citrus is just good for keeping the tree looking lush for a while. Now I don't know if that works. I've never had two trees side by side to test them, but
Right. I
um,
don't know.
but we do get a good life out of before needles fall off. I like Douglas fir. You know,
It just
White fir
smells
is
so
nice
good.
too. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man, God, I love
Yeah.
that smell.
Yeah. I'm originally from Washington State, so yeah, we had a lot of furs and stuff like that.
Do you guys have the
Yeah.
winds today? It is so fucking windy here. It's like 40
Last
mile an
night,
hour gusts. Oh yeah, last
last
night.
night we had big winds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
like
probably what you're
even
getting now.
little tiny flurries going on. It's in between the little small rain. I'm at a slightly higher elevation than the nearest town over. They're a little more of like in a basin, and on a lake. So if you drive 10 minutes down the road, it's like almost a 10-degree temperature change, you know.
Oh
But here,
wow.
yeah, it's fucking windy as fuck. So windy, man. I was reminded that I still had a window unit in the window. It's like there was positive back pressure of cold air coming in the house. I was like, oh, that's got to go. That
Wow,
was the
that's
first thing I
weird.
did this morning. Yeah, man, I know. I know.
I can't comment. I can't see regular chat. All I can see is private chat.
Oh. Did
Oh
you?
well.
If you're in Streamyard, just look over on the far right. There might be a drop down bar that says comments, banners, brand, and private chat. You pop down over to comments. That's where all that happens. It's a little different terminology than the YouTubes, but I'm still getting used to it. You guys know me, of course. When I'm looking at the screen and we're talking on Saturdays, all the backstage stuff, the banners, the pictures, bringing in the guests, monitoring who's backstage is all Chronic. He's doing that all for me. So, you guys got to just bear with me while I'm here by myself. Uh, Tried to make this work last night, but it wasn't happening for some reason. I just
Okay.
wasn't putting two and two together. But it feels good to kind of have a dry run this way to kind of just figure things out a little bit. Hey, what's up? I just want to say hi to the people in chat. Some people coming in. Dawson, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Little Stewie, welcome, bud. I might. Hey, bruv. It's good to see you, bruv. D, you're always here. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for always being a constant fixture over here. I hope.
It's New York John's birthday, so don't forget to wish him a happy birthday, you
Oh, guys,
fucks.
yeah. Thanks, guys. KJ all day racing. I hope you're racing all day today, KJ. 5 hour stream, mind blowing. Oh yeah, KJ, you talking about Plant Killers the other day ran like a 4 hour and 50-minute stream. God damn, that's like marathon. That's some crazy shit. I wouldn't do that without at least having to work myself up to it, and I wouldn't know what to tell you guys at like hour 2. Jay Hills, good to see you. You popped on over here from the other chat. Good to see you, man. Stay away from bad information, Jay Hills. Stay away from groomers, Jay Hills. Do you hear me? You know what I'm talking about. Stay away from groomers. All right. Canna simps, every one of you. Well, we're all simping on a plant. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Simping on a plant, but it's nice to get high, right?
Sipping ain't easy.
Tell me a story, Chapo.
Like what kind of a story?
I don't know,
Like,
man. What are you gonna do this week? What are you working for this week? What are you working towards? What do you got going in the garden, man?
really nothing. I pretty much got everything harvested. I got 6. I did 4 plants in the 4x4, and I'm still drying the last one. Ended up with so far 356 grams. The next run, I'm going to do 6 plants in the 4x4, just because I want less veg time.
Yeah, less veg time, man. There's a thing to it. Are you thinking less veg time because then you could shove another round in there by the end of the year, or
Oh
is it
no, I
just like
just do.
faster success?
Yeah, I just want quicker turnaround.
So how many heads are you going to be trying to get in a faster veg? What are you going to be aiming for? Because to me, that's kind of
I've been thinking about
what
it,
it's
so it's
all
great
about,
you
right?
asked that, because I've been actually thinking of that, because usually, I'm the guy that's just going to grow as many tops as possible and just fucking, flip the flower and not think long term about actually all of them being colas. So now with them all being colas, I'm shooting for at least, I'm thinking 25 colas a plant times 6. I think that's feasible.
What are you shortening your veg time from to on the next run? I'm curious.
I did 8 runs or 8 weeks with
8
the
weeks.
4 plants.
So maybe
I
6.
think, yeah, I'm thinking 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I could see it starting from clone.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's the best way to get those, nodes active the fastest. Although I do like the beautiful symmetry of nodes that happens like in from seeds. I never quite have
Yeah,
that
it is.
symmetry. Usually the tops I get are like node, 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 node. They're odd
Right,
even, odd
right.
even.
Yep,
Then that's what you
yep,
get. You don't get those double branches, which are very
yep.
pretty. Although I have seen a few. I forget who it was recently. Maybe it was Real Wild One showed us. And no, maybe no, because he ran from seed last. But someone showed me, and I was like, oh, there's got to be from seeds. And no, they were from clones. Somehow
Was
this
that
guy.
Bjorn? Was that who you're
Yeah,
talking about?
Kenna Bjornsson. And I was gonna
Yeah,
the
yeah,
follow up question I didn't ask would have been like, okay, so where on your plant are you taking clones from, or what is your
yep,
like what's your
yep, yep.
methodology for taking them in order to get them like that? That seems like a center cut. That
Yeah,
seems
I was
like
wondering
you
the
grew the
same
thing
thing.
from a
Yep.
seed, and then you took the center cut, and then you just had the other stuff coming up, and that was your other plants. And all your
I was
clones came
wondering.
from
Yep.
singular center cuts. Because I don't know how else to get that symmetry. I think that might be, yeah. I
It's got to
think
be the only way.
yeah, I'll have to ask him next time we have him on.
I
Man,
was
have you
wondering
seen
that
that
same
guy's
thing.
trash can? Oh no, we got to do a follow up because it looks like he's about ready to cut down that trash can plant, and that thing is fucking massive and frosty as fuck, super massive. That thing. I mean, blew me away. Again, I'm trying to have aha moments as much as possible. It's nice to meet growers who are actually doing better than me.
Well, it is
To
nice.
give me that
It
little
is
kick in
nice
the dick.
instead of
Yeah.
looking at something and going, "Oh God," it's nice looking at something and going, "Holy shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There seems to be always room for growth, and I'm curious. Like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, will there be indoor growers? And if they're doing it, they're probably doing it really just as a hobby or for a specific reason, like controlling what you're putting in your body. But
Yeah, it
I
would
don't know,
only
man.
be, I think, small, maybe small. What I mean, small craft, all handcraft cannabis or something.
Well, I
Like
can
a
tell you this, man.
microbrewery or something.
Uh, Gar- uh, marijuana farms are opening up. They've opened up this year. Now, there's even a guy about a quarter mile down the road. I wanted to get a video as I drove past coming this way because they've got their high pressure sodium lights are on inside the hide tent, and they have the walls blacked out so you can't really see what's in it. But I see those lights. It's like, what the fuck else is that going to
Yeah,
be, right?
yeah, you
You
know
know.
what it is. You
But
know what
none
it
of
is.
these motherfuckers for all the grows that are popping up, none of them have called my happy ass. No
You
one's called me
know,
for advice. No one's called me for a management
do
job
you? Would you really want that?
if it paid.
I mean,
If
that's
it
a
paid.
lot of work. And are they going to allow you to do it the way you want to do it, or are they
Right,
going to do it the
probably
way,
not. Yeah, probably
So
not. Yeah.
that's the frustration. That would be the only frustration for me. Fuck, I'd love to do it, but I'd want to grow like the way I do at home, short, fucking bushy, less plants, less work, make it easier. But are they going to, they're going to think automatically you got to grow long legs, tall plant, and I just don't, I wouldn't want to feel like I'm selling out to do it the way they want it just to be able to grow commercially. I just don't think
Yeah.
I could do it.
If I had my druthers, if I could like, pick the fantasy situation, it would be like and I see them a lot, like they're always advertising for like these GWC bucket companies. There's a couple of them out there now too, especially on Instagram. You see them advertising, and I never see a full garden. I never even see like I see crap gardens, but I never see a full garden. What I see are full warehouses
Right, right,
full of DWC buckets, all perfectly hooked up like little soldiers in perfect rows.
right,
And then
right,
and then I never see because and you know why, you know.
right,
I mean, well, there's two reasons. First off, who wants to blow up their own spot? If you got that many
right.
plants, maybe don't be talking about where you are. And the other one would be they don't do that well. They went all in on a big system, and coming out the gate, is it scalable? Yeah, but then the time expands. That accordion pleats real fucking quick. The amount of time you got to put into stuff. So I'd love to see myself walking down between rows where there was space, and maybe DWC buckets elevated up off the ground about waist height, so there's no bending over. We got to even reach up to do stuff. And then high ceilings, lots of fucking
Right, right.
LEDs,
I
space
want to
party.
be able to.
I'd
I
love to do
want to
that.
sit in an office chair and roll down rows, and be right at the top level of the
Exactly.
plants. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
I want to. I don't want to fucking crawl on a ladder. That's too much L and I to worry about. That's too much. Keep it simple. Put that motherfucker in a chair. He wants to be in a chair anyway. Put him in a fucking chair. Let him roll down that aisle, fucking plucking fucking shit off the bottom of plants. Make it
Yeah, I
simple.
could see like these 13-gallon buckets are about a foot and a half tall, less than 2 feet tall, about a foot and a half tall. I could see maybe getting them up on like an apple box, maybe another foot and a half up, just to kind of get ease of use. And we got under stuff to do. I don't have to get on the ground and shimmy my ass underneath the
Right.
canopy to do it.
That's
It'd be nice to
yeah.
just kind of pick up underneath. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do that, but I don't even know if that's like a commercially viable model, warehouse DWC. I mean, unless we were going to run
I think
stuff
you could
like
do.
real fast, like 2 week veg,
I
veg
think you could
flower.
do. Man, say like 1,000 plants, doing them like that, like just all craft cannabis, all hand done and shit. I think, and you could still have the market when the fucking market drops because everybody's still gonna want that good weed. Once everybody starts pushing out weed, there's just gonna be weed everywhere. Like, oh, $40 ounce is $40. Yeah, but you smoked a $40 ounce of weed. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
But I wonder if your average new retail shopper, your average just wants to go in and pick a grape one and pick a cherry one or pick a fruity one or a gassy one, have a little bit
Well,
of
it
variety. I wonder if
depends.
they're going to
If
care
you're,
so much. But I hear a lot of
yeah,
bad reports about, like, my family lives in DC. They all shop at dispensaries. They tell me it's like they still prefer mine. I don't think they're fucking pulling my chain.
no, they're not. They're
I've
not.
shared with them what they paid top price for, and it's been
Right,
like,
right.
oh, this is clearly got tossed for keeps
Well,
before they
because
put it in the
I've
jar. You
experienced that
know,
recently. I
yeah.
I got a couple people that I used to get stuff from there. They always go to Colorado and get shit and come back. They've tried my stuff recently and they're like, well, fuck, man, I wish I could just get your stuff and not have to go to Colorado, And it's like, so I mean, this stuff, it's true. Your stuff's better. You know what I mean? It's gonna be better.
I like it. I mean, I prefer to smoke it, and I even get tired of my own stuff. Sometimes I buy other people's stuff, and it's nice to know a couple good growers because otherwise I'm just buying street weed, and it's like, all right, you want to get a buzz on a Friday night? That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Whatever
Smoke
floats
a
your
whole
boat.
bag in a night. Yeah.
Hey, I've heard some people say they wish they could go back to like the mid '90s and get some fucking border dirt weed, the way that they used to be.
Oof.
Eh,
Oof.
uh.
No, that
When
shit
I
gives me
moved
a headache.
when I moved from the north to the south when I was in my 20s, there was an interesting increase of the volume of more expensive weed, but a drop off in the overall quality. Like up north, everything good was
Right.
coming out of Canada. Like
Right.
people who knew what they were doing, growing good frosty stuff. Um,
You get
and it was
beasters.
it was the once in a while. Yeah, everything else was beasters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you went down south, and it was they didn't even you could buy brickweed, but nobody wanted it.
Mm-mm.
In Florida, there was grow operations that were growing what they call kryptonite. They used to call it crippy back in like 2000, and that shit was basically cut early, sold wet, and overpriced. And it was like
Ugh.
to a man every single bag I ever got, no matter where I went, cut early, sold wet.
Ugh.
It was sticky, but it was wet. You got to really kind of work it with the heat to get that shit going. So yeah, there was a
Ugh.
severe drop off in like overall quality of the best stuff you could find. But I don't know if that's a problem anymore, man. I did go out to a dispensary in California a couple years ago. It was like 5 years ago. And what was nice is like I drove in. I think I was coming from the airport. I just got on like my cell phone, got myself a medical marijuana license. Took like 20 minutes, and then
Yeah.
went to a couple different dispos and got a couple different samples. And it was nice to have variety. It was kind of a nice different experience walking in, and it's like a spa.
No matter
So
what dispensary I've ever gone to, it just seems like it's smells so similar. It's all pretty dry. It's all little, like the small little buds. It's just, I mean, there's nothing that's like, oh my God, I would definitely come back and get this. It's more like,
Well, the
fuck.
guy that I used to meet, the guy that I used to get my weed from, I'd meet him over in a parking lot. His only overhead cost was the price of gas to get from this parking
That's
lot to
right.
that parking lot.
That's right.
You open a dispensary, your overhead is every one of your
That's
staff
right.
members, the paint on the
That's
walls,
right.
the fucking saltwater aquarium they have in the
That's
lounge,
right. Yeah.
the
Dude,
retail, security
the one we
measures, the
got here,
cart.
there's
Yeah,
a guard. You will go into this little
yeah.
fucking area. There's a guard at the window. You put your little card through. Then you gotta go through one locked door, go into another room. And they give you back your card. They close that door. They open up another locked room. You give your card. Like what the fuck, man? Sweet.
Yeah, so in order to afford overhead prices like that and still make a profit, they either got to A, overprice their products, or B, like beat down the wholesaler. Whoever's selling it to them isn't making a dollar. So I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings about it. I'm interested to see which way the wind blows. Our little town got a dispensary, or will have a dispensary. I imagine next year, early, once they jump through all the hoops. But it was like, fuck, I think they gave out like 20 something of them in all of New York State, and four of them Manhattan, four of them the Bronx, four of them Brooklyn, couple in the Hudson Valley, and then one in Syracuse, one in Rochester, one in Buffalo, and one by me.
Right.
This little
One
tiny
by
town.
you.
And yeah, dude,
You
I'm
got
telling you,
one?
man.
How'd
Yeah,
you
there's
get?
one
Oh,
coming
you
in.
know why?
Not me. No, no, not me. But like just down the
No, I
street, like
mean,
not even.
yeah, your
Yeah,
town.
our
Yeah,
little
yeah.
tiny town got a
It's
fucking
because it's
dispensary there.
probably so far away from the nearest one.
Also, like
They gotta put them in so far.
depending who you ask, the town I live by is like the nearest city. It's not a city. It's like 2 square blocks. It's an old town.
Right, right.
Near me is Syracuse. A little further out is Rochester. Much farther out, Buffalo. The closest one would be Binghamton. Binghamton got one.
Mm.
So, but they're like a fucking. They're not a metropolis, but they're like a regular size old city. Their population's got to be like in the like 100,000s.
Oh shit,
We got we
that's
got a population of
big.
I think like 70,000. Here,
Oh shit,
and
my population, my
that's
town's
with all
like
the
two
students here.
thousand.
We got 2 colleges here. We got a university and a state college here. So
We got
they make
like
up
two
like most
thousand
like
people.
yeah yeah yeah. But maybe that's why we got 2 colleges here. Oh, and
Oh
county
yeah.
school and a county school and another state school not
It's
too far
probably
away.
it's
Yeah,
probably
a lot of
per
college
diem
kids.
or something, depending on yeah, cap per capita or whatever. They gotta have it within so many because they couldn't be like 100 miles into the next dispensary or what's the fucking point? It'd be hard to deny somebody if they wanted one in between, long distance because it'd be like, well, fuck, there isn't gonna be one there. We need one there.
Something that
I
was
think it's
interesting
cool.
is they gave this year's. So whoever grew this year in 2022 had to have previously been registered as a hemp farm with a other program. There was sort of an introductory program that led into this, and I think it was the hemp farmers who were clearly pushing the agenda of being able to, when it becomes legal to grow and legal to
Right.
sell wholesale, they wanted to be like the first pot growers, and they
Makes
did.
sense.
That's the only people who got licenses to grow were ones who were previously with the state licensing program for hemp, because they already, well, those guys lost their ass, to be perfectly honest. They set up all this
Yeah.
industry for themselves, and they lost their asses. But
I
they got
don't
all the
know how,
equipment.
but
They
I
had
don't
all the
know.
equipment. They got all the grounds. They've already jumped through like the bureaucratic thing. They're already registered.
They got
This year,
shitty yields, right? Is that what was going on?
well, out by me, they yielded last. So a
Oh,
lot of states got like legal medical hemp farming, and
right.
then everyone was done before late September. And out here, people weren't done until like
Oh
mid
shit.
October. So by the time they brought their stuff to market, it wasn't 40 pounds of biomass, $40 a pound of biomass. It was like
Well,
40 cents a pound of
you couldn't,
biomass, or
and
a
you can't
dollar.
afford. It
Yeah,
wasn't like
yeah.
they could afford to store it for a little while and wait for shit to go down a little bit and be the only one to have it
That's
either.
right. Yeah, no,
They need to
it's
fucking sell it.
done. Well, I think a lot
Fuck.
of those guys sprayed it with distillate and pushed it out the door anyway,
Yeah, you're right. They probably do.
or maybe went to that Delta product.
We went to Delta, yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to
What
go
is
through a
that?
lot of hemp
Delta
to get a little
8
bit of
or
that
something?
Delta. Yeah, yeah.
Delta 8 or fucking whatever.
That shit
I
was
don't know.
garbage too. I tried that too. It was like, oh, it's just like spice, but not as effective.
That's what I was worried. It was going to be more like spice.
It is. It's got none of like the. It's got none of like the flavonoids. It's got none of the
No,
terpenes. It's
there's
got none of the
no.
experience.
I know
It
people
feels
talk
like you're
about.
smoking a chemical, and it
I
feels like a
like
chemical high. Yeah.
I like full spectrum. That's why I like the flower. You get the whole plant. I like
All right,
yeah.
Viking King, I see you popped up. All right, we're gonna do this now, huh? Okay. Is it
Get up
over in
here then,
private?
Viking.
Stick it in private chat, buddy. I'm gonna have to do a little dosey do with this in order to make this work, because it's really
Is he
hard
up
to
here?
cop. It's hard to copy a comment out of this comment area.
He can't put it in
Hey, New
private
York,
unless
I'm
he.
uploading a pic of the flower. Then 10th, take a look. All right, LED grower, we'll take a look. How's it going, Tibarius? Everybody, you guys might know LED growers also goes by Tiberius. Hope I didn't blow your cover there.
He just blew his fucking spot. Dry
Now he's
snitched
got a
on him on your birthday.
fucking oops.
Hey, he's not responsible for what he does today. It's his birthday.
Shit. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, so Viking, I can't like. What sucks is I can't right
No,
click
you
and
can't.
copy out
No.
of this chat. It's a little difficult. Has
Mm-mm.
to end up in private chat.
And I'm on my phone, so I can't do it either.
So he's not gonna do it. Oh
LED.
shit, Chronic is here. Hi Chronic, how's it going, man? Good to see you, buddy. I'm out here flying solo. Aren't you proud? Doing poorly on doing poorly live. So now, Chronic, it's good to see you, man. I saw you texted me this morning. I'll get back to you a little later, I guess. Uh, we both had
After a few
early
more
night.
beers. After a few more
More
beers, he'll
beers.
be.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm still
Yeah,
working on
you'll
this
be.
one. I've been talking too much.
Yeah. You're supposed to start. You'll be singing that song. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to.
I'd love to hear that one, but I'm tired of hearing that Beatles one. They say it's your birthday.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's a good tune, but you don't want to hear it over and
I've
over and
heard it
over.
so many. Every
Yeah.
birthday I've ever been to, they played that on the thing. It's like,
That would drive me nuts.
guys, hold on one second. Hey, Crop, tell them all about what's happening over at your place, and let us know where we could find you. Hey, tell them about the Coca for Cannabis. You got a kind of a honorary position over there, which is pretty cool. You and I are going to be working together,
Yeah.
kind of helping out their team a little bit. It's a new community. It's nice to get to know some people a little better. All the people I've met out of the Coca for Cannabis community have been really nice people.
Yeah, they're all
A lot
pretty
of
cool over there.
a lot of them could use some advisement on growing, but that's why we're all here.
Right.
And that's why they're there, especially. So to be invited into that group has been, warmed my heart a little bit, And
Yeah,
to
it was
see that
really
you were on
cool.
that list too, I was like, oh fuck, I know that guy.
I did the
All right,
same
so
thing. I was like, oh shit, it's just because at first I was like, oh shit, I don't see Happy. Doesn't look like Happy's gonna be, over there. But then I
on that one.
seen
Yeah.
New York John, and I was like, oh fuck, cool. Well, that works. Yeah, Cocoa for Cannabis. They're doing a little grow competition. Not really a competition, just kind of a challenge thing, so they can all grow together. Starting on New Year's. And so they asked me to be one of their grow leaders. So that's pretty cool. John's going to be a grow leader. Yeah. So that's going to be super cool.
Yeah, it seems like I did their plant training grow challenge. In fact, that little tiny guy behind me, that's the one that we're finishing a couple more days. We'll talk about that later. But I noticed whenever I only posted like 3 times. I think I put some pictures up when everything was pre-veg and I had done a topping because I was in the toppers group. I was showing this is how early I top these. Like they're still developing roots. They're not in veg yet. I'm already pulling the top. I want to bring these nodes up. So 3 pictures of that. And then I think late veg, I got like 2 or 3 pictures of that. So like, 22 days later, really. And then I put one up like a couple weeks ago. So like mid flower. But every time I did, I got like a comment from like 1 or 2 people. And I was like, oh man, like these people are paying attention. Actually, it's as a grow leader, that's kind of like your job is to like, if someone posts a thing, engage with them,
Mm-hmm.
like, whether that's
Yeah.
thumbs up, kudos, or hey, light looks too close, or whatever it is. It's engage with
Right.
them.
Right.
I
Right.
was like, oh man, I think it was Happy Cultivator. I was like, every time I post, he's so nice. Every time I go up there, it's like, no, it was his job.
Right. He was doing his job.
Good for him. Yeah, doing his.
That's
I just spit on the camera.
probably why he wanted to break. Right.
I know, right? Yeah.
Because I didn't even
So, I
think
don't
of
know.
it. This morning I was thinking, I was like, oh shoot, how long does that growth thing go for? But it don't matter. I have nothing
Yeah,
but time.
I hopped in that one so late because they had a flip day of October the 1st. It was like hardened. Was it October the 1st? Yeah, October the 1st. And I had, like I said, I just had a couple weeks. I think I had a full month, but I was still in a cloner. Like I was still getting roots in a cloner. I wasn't even in net pot yet. So I was like, I think I can catch up. Some of those guys' plants they had vegged out for 6-8 weeks before they flipped, and some of them are significantly larger and all of them a little different from the others because some of those people were showing off their schwazzing skills. We'll take that as you may. Some of those people were
I
showing off their LST, skills or like their trellis skills. For
Yeah.
me, it was just I was in a toppers group, just gonna top. No trellis, just top.
I've just
So,
got to learn to be a little more positive because, like, I go over to Cocoa for Cannabis and I'll go to the live chat, and I'll sit up there and chat with people and just watch what people type, and I've done really well. Not typing
good,
stuff.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, good.
So,
And you lend your skills to the community. A lot of people
mm,
fixate on all sorts of things. You know, uh definitely Nugs, plant killers over there. Definitely, especially, Hemp with Gigi, for what the message is, hey man, fucking, you're not that good at this yet. Try not to fucking overcrowd this or overburden yourself. You don't need to do like some perfect like 3-year legacy no-till soil run like when you haven't figured out plant shaping or how to use light or
right.
what your expectations of success should be. Like let's narrow down on those things first. We
That's
disabuse
why.
you of all the other concepts that you're worrying about because all those other stuff maybe it makes a huge difference, but I've never seen it make but like 5% difference, like someone being, I don't know, like
Dude, I
really
just,
weird about organics
it's,
or any of that stuff. Like if it's
it,
5%, it's the last 5%. Like worry about the first 95% of success. Then maybe dial in whatever's your style, whatever you want to fixate on.
well, yeah, right, right, right. Learn to grow a plant first. I mean,
Hmm.
and you got to do it the easiest way possible. That's why most people will say Fox Farm soil it's just so easy, especially for new growers because it takes away the whole thing about worrying about nutrients. So you can just focus on learning to water a plant, and train a plant. And then you could later on, like you said, you've grown 9 years, you finally decide, well, fuck, I'm getting bored. I want to do hydroponics. And you switch it. Do that stuff later, but you gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
learn to how to do it first.
Oh man, the high DWC would have been a fucking miserable race to failure, an expensive failure, and probably a good many of them in a row because I'm tenacious. I'll try to fit a
Right.
square peg into a round hole. If I didn't know
Right.
all the stuff I knew about plant training and not overfeeding and not overwatering and what the plant wants to do and when it does it and how to really capitalize on those things, because you're on their schedule, how to be attentive to the schedule of the plant and not over obsessive. If I didn't know all those things, this would have been the fastest track to failure. So
Mhm.
fast, man, so fast. Yeah.
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 I mean,
I mean,
I still have bad days, and that's the problem with DWC. It's a day. You have
right.
a bad
Right.
day. Things go south. Can you finish? Yeah, sure. Are you going to get it all? No. And it's such a
No.
fast system. It's just worth starting over.
Right. That's right. Somebody
I'm
with me.
actually.
Well, that's
Let me tell you my story. I'm
oh,
suffering with a couple plants and veg right now because in my world and my experience with DWC, if you're going to have a problem, it's either you 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 waited too long to change something like water, clean something up, right? Or it's going to happen when you transplant. From this system into that, like I don't start in these buckets. I go through a 5-gallon bucket before I get here, and before that, it's the big giant tote with a bunch of different plants stuck in it. So going for the tote to the bucket is an iffy situation because they've gotten really used to stuff in the tote. They've been there for a couple weeks, like they like that. And you clean up your buckets. You try not to have any residues of cleaner on them. You try not to under clean them to where you have residues of like algae or anything that like stuck on from like residue from the last grow. And now it's organic and it's going to activate something in the water, even though you use fresh water. Like you don't, when you're going to have a problem in DW, to me, it seems like it's in those things. You go from this environment into this one, which you try to get just right. I don't even like up the PPMs between, I'll get a reading in the bucket, like in the tote, and I do that exact same ppm into the container, the 5-gallon bucket it goes into next. When they all separate from being in one tote to each individual bucket, that's when I can have problems. And so, long story short, and I'll try to keep it short, I have these frosty cherries, and I suck at seed starting. You guys all know this. Like, I'm a fucking plant killer when it comes to seeds. Clones, 95% fucking success rate. And then there's always some I throw away just because they don't look as good, and I overclone and then whittle down which ones I want to keep. It's a good place to be. I have the space for it. I have the system for it. But I'm shitty at fucking seed starting, right? So I started, I think there was 12 seeds in the pack he sent me for free as a gift. I'm like, hey, let me show off growing your cherries. These are fucking awesome. These frosted cherries. I want to see if I can do that in my garden. Let's see what I can get. Maybe you can, hey, this guy did this. Look at these amazing plants I make. I mean, he's a breeder, right? So 12 seeds, 5 of them died like a day or two after they sprouted. And I'm like, those were out of 7. So I had 2 that remained, and I had another like 7 seeds. So I popped all those like a couple days behind those other ones, so almost like a week. And of that, like 1 remained. So I had 3 frosty cherries. 2 of them were, they're doing great, and they're like a week older than the other one, and the other one is just always playing catch up. So instead of growing them out, I decided I'd let them get big enough and clone them. Okay, let them get big enough and then clone them. So I've got a lot of clones, and I mean not big enough, but like 6 heads. Take 4 of them. Leave the bottom 2 sides. Let them come up after filming them, and then do that again. So I got a chance to take these poor little fucking survivor seedlings, and clone them and get them in the cloner. So the earliest ones came over, and those were the fucking plants. It's like I've got this like precious gold. Like I really, really want to grow this stuff, and it seemed like it's just a testament to failure if I don't. And I got them, like they cloned really well. They went to the tote really well, and left them there for the average like 14 days, the regular 14 days. Cleaned up the buckets super fucking, because every time you reuse like these 5-gallon buckets, you clean the shit out of them, clean the lids, clean the lines. You got to clean off all your air stones and then bubble them and then clean them again, like just to get all the shit out of them. Anything that's just stuck in it when you packed it away from last time. And everything should have been absolutely perfect. Water temperature, exact same. I dialed everything in, and like of those 8 clones, like 4 of them just immediately just brown roots. Like day 2, brown roots. It wasn't a not enough solution. It wasn't a not enough salt. It wasn't a not enough water. I think I just, for all my efforts, I maybe would have done best to just buy new buckets and not reuse those ones again. I don't know.
was it warm water?
No,
That's the
no,
only thing I worry about with I would
No,
love to do
I'm always in the
DMC.
60, 68 range. In that area, it goes up to
Yeah,
about like
yeah,
69, but at
yeah.
nighttime it's back down to 63. You know,
Yeah, that's
it's
golden.
a cooler area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to be perfectly honest,
Mm.
like yeah, hand to God, I have bad days. I actually don't know what to blame that on, other than I must have fucking not cleaned the buckets enough. You know, and even I added like hypochlorous acid. Nothing was so vigorous or overgrown that it would have needed more airstone than what it was getting. You know,
That's
and I
weird.
even ended
That's
up
odd.
like I went ahead and tossed all those air stones and got new lines. So yeah, of those 8, like 5 of them are doing great, and then actually those 5 I cloned again. So now I have what looks like, and I
So
haven't seen any. Oh, here's the point of the story: I haven't seen any of them flower yet. So I've got these miserable recovered plants that I just want to bring to flower because I have on deck like
can
16
we see
clones.
him?
I can't bring the computer upstairs, but the next time,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if you want to, I'll hop
Okay.
on the next
Yeah.
program with my cell phone and show you guys.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what we just would show
because
people. You
yeah,
know,
they're
it's
growing
just
next. Yeah, I'd love
it's
to because
it's
like
you
everything
know
turned
we
purple, and
all
you know
shit
what?
happens.
Those root
You know.
zones now are actually super fucking healthy, but I have all the evidence of every micronutrient failure on top of mag, on top of look like overwatering because you again rot the
Well,
root hairs.
so
That's what happens.
so are you
So, but
saying
but here's the
you
point: I
had?
want to finish them because I need to
Hmm.
know which one of them's a red. There's
Oh
from
yeah.
the from how they look in veg structure, leaf shape, and whatnot. I've seen real wild ones, and I've seen fuck. I'm forgetting who else grew those. I'll think of them in a second. But I've seen theirs, and at least one of them showed us like 4 different plants, and they were clearly like 3 different genomes,
Yeah.
3 different phenotypes, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was reddish, one of them was totally green, and one of them was fucking red. And I'm not wasting my time with reddish or green. So I want to know, like, so yeah, I'm kind of in one of
Real.
those like plant killer fucking scenarios where like, oh, I'm recovering her just to see how she finishes, so
Right.
I could pick a
Right.
phenotype. But that's actually what's happening.
Well,
Like, I
the
don't want
thing
to grow the
is,
others, and
here's the
I have
thing though.
samples from
You,
each. Like, if I could just get one to the finish line
it's
and
okay
know
to
that one's red or
recover
isn't. Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
really okay to recover when you're trying to keep that strength. I mean, that's about the only time I would. I mean, and you got to know what you're doing because you know.
Yeah, everything's back to good, but like the plants look fun. Yeah, check me out wherever the next fucking live show is. I'll bring my camera up there and I'll show you. Also, I got an AFGU going on up there. I got one of those AFGU overdrives. Everyone else seems to be herming or females or sorry males,
I've,
and I think mine's okay. Of course, everybody else was a little ahead of me on that experiment too. Like mine's from from like where they were from seed. I got 2 seeds. One of them lived because that's
like
how
you
bad I
said
am.
though, you said it perfect.
50%.
You grew some seeds out. They were shitty seeds. You cloned the shitty plant and got shitty, so that you were playing cut recovery the whole time. But I mean,
And
you
also
could do
like
it.
the original mother plants weren't worth a dick after I just cloned them down to nothing because I got like 7 branches out of each one of them in 2 weeks of veg. you
Yeah,
know
but that's pretty good.
so there was
That's
no point
good.
in keeping them, so I was like, all right, I've got
Yeah,
all these clones now. I've got A, B, C, and D, the 4 that survived, right? And
because all you
hopefully
really needed was
hopefully they're
one of
hopefully they're
each.
all the
Yeah,
red phenotype. But like
right.
again, I saw the other 2. It was real wild one. Who the fuck was the other one? Mikey Bosgrows? Mikey Bosgrows, I think.
Is that
Yeah,
what's on
had the
Instagram?
frosty cherries. Yeah, had the frosty
Yeah,
cherries.
yeah. I
And
seen one on
but
Instagram.
again,
Yeah.
they had a couple different plants in there, and some of them were reddish. And look, same conditions. There's not as if I don't think that one plant in a garden where everything is working optimally can still overperform or underperform. But I think the color is a phenotype thing. The color is definitely
Yeah,
that's what they got out of the
yeah.
Tropicana cherry. That's what
It's
you see in
probably
the
a
superfruit.
Geno, more of a
Yeah,
Geno, right?
yeah.
Right, instead of a.
But
I mean, it's
I only
because you'll
I
see
don't
a
have time
red
to
and
fuck
you'll see a
around with the
green.
others. Yeah.
A
So
lot of
for that
times you'll see
reason,
the red and the green,
yeah.
and it's like that's the same pheno. It's just the Geno of it. It's just a little bit different. It's got that different color to it. It's got, you know, and they smell a little bit different. Yeah, because that's what happened with the copycat. I ended up with like 6 seeds I popped. I ended up with 3 different phenols. And I ended up with a purple, a green, and then just kind of fucking shaggy pheno. It's kind of weird. But that's S1s and F1s, and there's a lot of that out there.
Right, right. Oof, yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get his website up. Let's see. I'm gonna do this without talking too. How about that?
Is it grow more? Is it grow more fire?
Yeah, grow more fire. Yeah.
Oh, that looks really good for a minute. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Red too. Like he focused on the red. And of course he's got big donkey dick colas, but then again, when I saw Mikey Bose and I saw Real Wild One, so did they. They're good
Yeah.
growers, and that's what you got from that.
Yeah.
That's what it can produce.
Well,
That's what I fucking want. Like I don't really have time to mess around with the subpar part of it or the other phenotypes of whatever, because they are F1s. You know what I mean? They're
well, that's
F1s.
just knowing how to grow. That's the grower talent part, right? Knowing when to put it into flower to get the colas, and, you know, because anybody could throw it in when you got a lot of tops, but you know, without any nodes, you're not ever going to get the colas. That's where I was at. I wasn't waiting for it to get enough nodes before I put it in the flower. So I ended up with the fucking second garden.
I bet you the frosty cherry is out of stock too. Oh, he's so much out of stock. Oof.
Yeah, that's probably all. He ain't gonna be. He's not very big time,
He's
is
got
he?
the trop cherries out. That's yeah, super boof cherries out. The fucking iceberry cake, super boof, all of it out. He's got some holiday stuff looking. Toffee nut crunch, cherry mocha latte, which is Tropicana cherry times ice cream cake. I'm sure that's interesting. But yeah, so man, I mean, yeah, I'm in a plant killer situation. So
Yeah, but she took clones, so
oh yeah,
there's
yeah,
another
yeah,
reason, right?
yeah.
I mean,
Whatever
you couldn't
finishes. I
go
mean,
buy those again. You
yeah,
had to recover.
no, that's right. Yeah, yeah. And the clones are in good. The clones from the others. I have samples of all, but the ones that so I took clones from a seed, which is why everybody else has already finished their shit, and I don't even have anything like out of veg yet. Because I've gone through 3 cycles. Because like
Right,
fuck, I can't do. I can't do a run with 3 fucking plants.
right.
I can't do a run with 3 plants from seed.
No,
I got 12 seeds. Clearly, I can't fuck around with 12 seeds without only getting maybe 3 or 4 out of them. But I can't do a grow with 3 seeds.
well, that's the
It,
thing.
it's
Sometimes
it's
you
not
can't.
symmetrical to my system. Like the system with 5 plants. If I put 3 in there and then 2 of a different type, it's kind of weird. Like the lights don't. It's you can't run them all at the same. It's different.
Right. That's
Yeah.
why clones are so nice. A lot of people, are
That's why
afraid of
media is nice
clones.
too. Just
Yeah,
separate pots. Just one pot over here, one pot over there. Stick them on the same.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
What's up?
yeah.
Hey, I want to say hi to
That's
Crispy Wannabe. I want to say hi to Robert Watts. Thanks for showing up there, bud. Crispy, it's always good to see you. Speed Burst, thank you for the happy birthday wishes, buddy. I really appreciate that. Hemp with Gigi, thanks for showing up, bud. It's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well today. Had a nice conversation with you the other day. Thanks for making time for me. And yeah, I'll probably see you at tomorrow's meeting if it's still tomorrow. I imagine it is. And yeah, hello, everybody. Midwest Toker. Hey, there you are. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for showing out. So, well, that's what they call dead air. Viking, you getting on here and what, man? You gonna come on and say hi to all the nice people. GG, you gonna come on? You gonna say hi? We got space up here, man. I could do a 4 screen. I could do one of these. I could do that. If I have 4 people in here, it looks different than 2 people. Anyway, I'm just gonna be here for as long as you guys want to hang out, or until my wife comes home, which is probably hours from now.
come on, you guys. It's his dang birthday. You're not gonna come up and party?
Y'all don't feel any obligation to like fucking show up with your
Yeah,
face or
you
anything,
better
or even
feel
if you don't.
obligated to
Oh
show
man,
up at least. Shit.
it's a
Oh, I
very
don't care what
special.
you look
It's a
like.
very special Wednesday midday show. Very special Wednesday show.
Before, because later on, Happy Cultivator Show will be on, and he's got a good guest on today.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. yeah, Wednesday's a busy night, man. I feel like I end up everywhere, and it's like one after the other after the other. It's nice to see so much engagement,
Yep.
or at least you
After
know what's cool is if I've been fucking around with, I go to YouTube and I like just type in grow right in the search word, and it shows a million things. Go over to filter and hit live. It's everybody you guys know. All right, it's every face here. It's people you guys all recognize. Some of whom are in chat now. Some of whom are on the show now. You know, you filter for live under just the word grow, not
hey,
cannabis, not whatever, just grow.
hey,
And when
hey,
you go to live,
silly,
it's not
happy
it's not
birthday
old ladies
boy,
with roses.
John.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to put the link up so people can jump up, man.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, guys. That'd be stupid of me.
I just got a message that hey, tell
Bing
them to put the
bong.
link up.
All right, so that's my bad. That's funny. That was entirely on my side. I thought you guys were just like hanging out in the wings, gonna be lurking.
Over here begging
Lurk.
people to come
Gonna
up,
be
and they can't.
lurking. Little can of sips lurking in the corner.
Be like, God, you guys suck. You're not coming up on stream. You guys are a bunch of assholes. They're like, fuck you. We can't get up.
Bing bong. Hey, who's that?
What up?
That's
Ladies
the
and
number.
gentlemen, welcoming to the panel today here on Indoor Promised
Number one
Land,
kid
Super
is
Fun Day
snitch.
Wednesday, midday show. We have Viking King. Everybody, round of applause for Viking King. We all know him.
It's the birthday show. Fuck.
It's
The
a
guy
birthday
played Looking
bash.
from Work, and it's his birthday. Yeah.
Damn, it's only down there
Now we can
asking
have
for the link for
menage
an
a
hour
trois.
now.
Tell him, Viking. Tell him. We've been
Well, you
at.
really you were in there asking? Oh
We
man, I thought I
were.
was reading chat too. Fuck.
No, we were talking about how
Dude,
you wasn't reading the chat.
How can
40
you miss
44.
my shit?
That means you
I'm
gotta
the
go
only
back
one
to
with
the
a
eye
wrench.
doctor.
The only one in
Chronic
all
is back there
caps.
dying. Chronic is
Down
back
there.
there dying. But I'm not looking at it on Facebook. I'm looking at it over here collectively on the StreamYard chat. So it just aggregates them together. And God, I didn't see that shit. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Down there fucking spamming
Happy
the chat.
birthday.
What the fuck? I'm like, he don't
You should have
want us up
messaged me
there.
earlier. You should have messaged earlier. Shit.
New York said, "Fuck you guys, no link for you."
Happy birthday, love you.
Shit, man. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Gigi. Hey,
Love you.
everybody. Gigi, on his birthday, found a wallet he had lost 2 years ago, you said?
A year ago, but yeah,
A
on
year
my
ago.
birthday.
No way, you found that wallet? I remember when you lost that.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
not only on my
Yeah, he found
birthday.
It was like 2 G's in it or something.
There was
Yep.
$2,000 in it. He found it on his birthday.
Yeah, not only on
Underneath
my
his
birthday. but,
underneath his mom. It was underneath
yeah,
his
underneath
mom's
my mom's
ashes.
ashes. It's the wallet she gave me. You know, the last gift she gave me before she died on my birthday. It's like, what the fuck? This shit don't add up.
Fuck, man. Oh, man.
Birthday present.
Well, I mean, I guess it totally did add up.
Yeah.
it did.
You know? It was
Added
almost
up-
like
added up to
your
2
mom's.
Gs.
It was almost
The
like mom
wallets.
stashed a couple G's for you. You know,
The
The wallet was more
put this away
important.
for your birthday.
Shit.
Yeah, I thought somebody stole it, and I always said I wish they'd just return the wallet. I don't even
Man,
know
that
what-
sucks.
He was
Yeah,
cussing people out.
it's just
Oh
feeling
yeah, I
suspicious.
remember when
yeah,
this happened.
Just feeling suspicious like that, having something stolen from you, and all of a sudden, everyone who looks over at you is the fucking one who took your shit.
Yep.
You know, it's like I hate that feeling, dude. That's funny because you must not have needed it too badly then, but I'm sure it has a good place in your
I
economy
fucking needed
today.
it. I fucking
Well-
needed it. Believe that.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's back anyway.
a buddy of mine helped me out when I lost my wallet. So when I found it, I fucking gave him $400. I was like, "Look, dude, you were the only one to help me out when I lost my fucking wallet.
Hell yeah.
Here you go."
Oh, that's
And
awesomely. That's
he'll
awesome
be
karma,
there
dude.
next time you need help.
Awesome karma. Awesome
Yeah.
karma.
Yeah, shit comes back to you, right? Happy birthday again, John.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, New York.
About to
Fuck
crack
you,
another
New
one.
York.
Hopefully you can get a wallet full of money.
What'd you say? 44?
44.
44.
That's a
Damn,
double. That's
you old
a double
bastard.
deuce. That's deuce twice.
Deuce,
Ooh,
deuce.
And
That's the deuce. That's triple deuce.
Where's the bag? You should have it in a bag. You should be brown bagging that shit.
I'm at home. I don't. You know.
Right? You should be sipping 40 ounces of Old English.
If I get busted for open carry in here, I got
Dude.
bigger problems.
You could have on there indoor promised land wrote on the fucking brown bag.
Oh,
Every
dude,
time-
that is so
every
fucking
time you take a
smart.
swig.
Oh my god.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
just a fucking sticker. Just a
It's just-
sticker. I'm gonna
yeah,
drink them
it's just-
anyway.
product placement, man. Product placement.
Well, you need an indoor promised land beer
Beer
mug.
slap. You need a beer
That's
slap.
what you need. Right. You need it like etched on your mug.
No, you got to be one of
You
those
know?
snowflakes. You need a mask for when you're on live stream. You can have a mask on with the indoor promised land logo on it.
Actually, I do want to say, like, I think I am gonna, in some fashion, do some sort of like crowdsourced or just viewer funding situation.
It makes the shows better. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
It ain't for nothing, but you ain't
Right,
gonna make a living on
we
it.
don't have enough engagement yet to do super chat, although I think that would be fun because people get to like put 50 cents up and then they've got a pinned message at the top, and
I talked about this
that
on
might
my
be
last
fun, but we don't have
stream.
enough for that yet.
New York, you could do the it's called Buy Me a Coffee, and it's
Buy Me a
basically that's exactly what it is, and that's that
So they give you
stupid
375. They give you
Buy me a
375.
shot.
no,
Right? Buy
dude,
me
you
a
get
shot.
way
Starbucks
more
coffee.
than you get way more than fucking that super chat shit. YouTube takes almost all the money. This
Oh, wow.
buy me a coffee thing, you can post that link, people can make donations and say they donate $5, you get like $4 of it or something, and the rest, a little percentage goes to the website. I
Look
seen
who's
like
been- Vikings
Ism
been
and
checking it out. Vikings been checking it out.
TWP, that popcorn dude, like they were telling me about it.
Ism's in chat, so is Mo
Check
Mandic.
it out.
and
Yeah,
Speedy Tourist, and-
What's up, Ism? Good to see you, bud.
I'll send
Always
you
glad
the
to see
link
you.
later, New York. You can check it out.
Your chat's blowing up, John.
It's basically
Ism-
like monetizing your shit without, being monetized on YouTube, kind of.
Yeah, little workaround.
Yeah,
Which one of you
yeah,
guys?
it's
Which
like
one of you guys brought all your
LED's
friends?
back
You?
there.
it's like
LED.
it's like a little
LED
it's like a
grower.
little it's like a little
Is he in
reach
the back?
around,
Is LED in the back?
Yeah, I think he was there before. Tiberius, yeah.
Oh, he's in.
What's
he's-
up, Glitter World? Good to see you. Speedy
here.
Burst said hi, Ism. I don't know if you just popped up, but it's always good to see you. I feel like I'm always seeing that handsome ass thumbnail you got going on there.
Yo, what up,
Everywhere I look, you're
Jism?
there.
Put the
Oh yeah,
jizz-
LED
put the
was
jism
on
on the stream.
StreamYard trying to get on.
Oh,
He's still back there?
shit. You guys. One more fail on my part. There's two people back
We've
there. I
been
got
saying
Happy,
this.
right?
Yeah,
Everybody, Happy Cultivator. You guys know him. He's got his own thing. You hop over there, Happy Cultivator. You're gonna find him
What's up, Hap?
doing some amazing grows. Happy Cultivator, thanks for showing up today. We have
Dude,
one more
happy
to bring in
fucking
with you
birthday,
here.
man.
Dude, welcome LED Grower. Tiberius, I'm sorry I didn't get you on. It's so good. Oh, look at that garden, man.
Speed, what up, dude? What's up,
Happy
Hap?
Cultivator
What's
LED.
going on,
thanks for showing
fellas?
up. What's up, man?
going on, fellas?
What's cracking?
Crack-a-lackin'.
Dude, those
My
plants are looking nice.
precious, my
No,
precious.
I got a little can of chub right now. I'm can of simping.
Ain't looking too bad. Can of simping.
Is LED
He's
Grower
showing-
winning? Is that what's going
He's
on?
got us. He's got us with the underskirt. He's got the upskirt.
Yo, John, you got a
Penny
chubby.
shot.
He's got that birthday schwood.
He's got that Madam's apple.
Look at that. We got people winning. Looking
I'm gonna
good.
go fuck my plants now.
Super
I'm-
crop.
Yeah, you're gonna
Get
drag
all
your
horny.
junk across
Yeah,
them.
I'm
Like,
back. Yeah.
They call that
Yeah.
super crop.
Yeah.
That's super cropping. You can go super crop your
Give
plant.
me a super crop right here.
Super crop me.
dude,
What is it?
And here's the little baby. Look at that one right there, hint with GG.
This shit look good. Shit look
dang,
good.
look at that one right here.
Winning, huh?
Speed.
Fuck.
Congrats, dude.
We're gonna break the inside. We're gonna soften the inside without breaking the outer herd. That's what we're doing.
Soften it up.
Please don't.
Just the tip, yo.
Without breaking the outer herd.
That sounds painful.
Dude, I'm quoting
Just
you, man.
the
That was the
tip.
funniest shit I ever heard you say, man. That was so funny when you said that.
So I said that.
No, fucking, you didn't know. Over here, Gigi said that. He said, "Oh man, that was funny as fuck, dude." Without breaking the outer herd.
Oh yeah.
Hey, no,
Really
that's my
sorry.
bad, guys. LED and Happy Cultivator. I did not see you guys down there because I got to scroll down in order to see all the extra people who are here. No, because there's so many people here now. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Beautiful
Yeah,
party.
I didn't even
Happy birthday,
see. Yeah.
It's a birthday party, man.
Mhm.
Having a good time. We're on beer number 2. Just finished the joint.
Winners. Everybody on screen right now is winners.
Dude, that's the truth. That is
Don't
the
you put that on me, Happy. Or that was Gigi. Don't put that on me, Gigi. Don't you put that on.
What's a cola?
What's a cola?
Everybody, we got Yield Source in
what's
the
up,
comments
what's
here.
up?
What's up, JP? What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you.
What's up?
Thank you
What's
for
up,
coming out
Yield
on my
Source?
birthday.
Yield
Thanks for that text earlier. I
source.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Over there,
I'm
Yield
not
Source is in the
joking.
comments. Yeah, you know JP.
Oh, I
Got a
thought you
late
thought you brought
late
somebody
night
up.
show.
Okay.
Hangs out. No, he's still hanging out over there. He's lurking.
Hit the link, guys. Let's see how many people we can get up here on his birthday. I think you can fit
Yeah.
what, 15?
10?
I know Yield Source. He's a
Oh,
cool
I
dude.
don't know.
That'll be an audio nightmare. Hey, Vermonster, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Simply Grow Buds. Good to see you, bud.
Just mute your mic if you're not talking.
Holy shit, Flyby is here. Flyby! He's not just flying by, he stopped to say hi. Flyby, how's it going?
Gentlemen, good birth.
Flyby,
Happy birthday, bro.
Dude, thank you very
Flyby is
much,
also when Flyby's alter ego is soapy titties. Apparently,
Everybody
he-
likes soapy
man. Squeaky
titties.
clean.
Speaking of
Usually-
titties, boy, Pot Squatch sure wanted some of them sweet potato titties.
oh, huh? Dude,
Ooh, let's be
Dude.
careful. Let's be careful.
dude.
I don't want to besmirch my
Can we
buddy
full screen some of these
Fox's
gardens?
name here. But I actually saw his show and I was watching live chat because all of a sudden he's talking about this guy or that guy and I'm like, it seems to be I don't even know what the fuck was going on, but it didn't show in live chat because I guess they got banned or something. So I
We
had
were
no idea what
joking
the fuck he
around.
was
We were
talking
just-
about.
There wasn't
Dude.
even really nothing bad. We were just kind of joking around, and he just started freaking out about like being
yeah.
childish and people being childish and all this. And I was just like, whoa.
Coming
I
from
didn't
the
have-
most
I don't
childish
care
There
if
was
you-
no
he's like,
context because it didn't appear in chat. If you like ban someone, their shit doesn't show up, or if you block them, or I don't know what the fuck happened, but it seemed like there was trouble. But then I looked in chat and didn't see any trouble on the replay. I didn't see it live, but I
It
saw it on the
wasn't really
replay.
nothing bad.
It's hard to
Was it
understand what happened.
Was it kind of childish? Yeah, it's kind of childish. We were just kind of being
but dude.
goofy and fucking childish. But I mean, it wasn't nothing bad. But he freaked
Dude,
the fuck out.
the guy was pissing on live stream,
Yeah, I saw that.
being
that.
totally ridiculous, and then he wants to talk about respect and acting childish. Get the fuck out of here! Stop it, dude. Every stream you play is you do is fucking childish. So let's just cut the baloney. You know, he was all having fun, and then all of a sudden he went completely sideways.
Yeah,
like,
then he
you
just
know,
went fucking nuts.
Yeah, I
It was
saw that.
kind of
Like I said,
very
I
strange.
had no idea what happened there. You know, I didn't catch it live, so I didn't have any private chat.
Can we full screen one of these beautiful gardens? I need my porn fix.
Happy. Yum.
I need my porn fix. My plants are dying. I need to see good plants.
LED, those look fantastic, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
No,
it.
man, you're
look
doing a lot with very little too. Like that's a testament to like using light. You know,
Yeah.
the amount of light you have going on in there. Fuck,
So
man.
what do you
Yeah,
have?
My people have sucked. My people did not get back to me when I asked them to get me a thing for you. I'm not sure if they're ignoring me or if they're on holiday,
Look at that
but
color.
Okay.
That's it.
because they still contacted me saying, "Hey, you haven't made a video for us in a couple months." So maybe that's it. Maybe I got to make a video for them, and then I can ask them for
Holy
favors.
shit.
But for the meanwhile, man,
Okay.
I mean,
Can we
look,
full
I
screen
want
this?
you have me on Instagram. Would you hit me up a little later this evening, and we can actually work something out like that really works?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, to be yeah, I got. You're gonna do, dude. This is amazing. How many grows do you have behind you, like under your belt already? Because this looks great. You've been doing this for a while.
Well, I've been growing for a while, but this is like one of the best grows that I've ever done.
It's
really?
nice and full, man. It is
Wow,
nice
great.
and full. Yeah, almost too
All I
full.
gotta do
Like,
is look at it.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
gotta get them apart a little bit when it's all said and done. Like try
What
to.
was the turning point?
Yeah.
But I see you got your struck. Oh, look at that too.
Nice shaping.
I'm gonna let I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna let this one fill up the tent by itself. I done topped I got like 18 to 24 tops on it. I'm just gonna let it grow out. Keep it
Hey,
wide
can
enough.
we-
But
What size
Can we full screen LED for a minute?
Yes, absolutely. It'll take me 5 minutes to figure out how to do that.
Just
What size tent are you putting
Just
that in?
tap on his
No, I know,
thing.
man.
Yeah, you know.
Man.
Oh, he was being sarcastic. What was
Yeah,
the point
he's
where you
busted.
stopped
There you
killing plants? Why did you stop killing plants? What was the turning point? For all these plant killers
I
that
got-
maybe
I got tired of getting small yields. I got tired of getting small yields.
I get that, but what made you? What was the turning point where it's like, oh, I got this figured out? What made you have the ability to grow such a beautiful plant?
The epiphany. What was the?
Yeah,
Well,
where was
really,
that
honestly, man, like watching you IPL and watching the Grow Balls, and
Getting
really
kicked in the nudes.
backing
baby.
off the watering,
There you go.
and like I said, I just got tired of getting like half ounces of weed, so I just basically just slowed down, calmed down, and just really started listening to the information a little bit better. And really, it was mainly my watering that had me. It wasn't the feeding, because I don't feed. I don't really worry about feeding. I ain't getting these nothing but cow mag. That's it. No food.
A plant killer would have
I
told
went
us.
from that's it.
You know,
I
a plant
went
killer
from
would have said it
shit.
was the light or some magic nutrient bottle he bought. So I'd like to hear you say it's the grower. Everything you just said was all grower. Had nothing to do with equipment or nutrients.
Well, it always is.
No.
I mean, it's usually the problem. The grower, they don't know how to use the equipment properly, you know. But it don't matter even if you know how to use the equipment if you don't fucking water properly and you know what I mean, shape your plants up. Your shit's gonna be fucking. Your shit's probably gonna end up boof. You ain't gonna get dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I went from 2.5 ounces of plant to 4 to 5 ounces of plant.
Hey, here's the hit. Hey, Tiberius, tell him how many watts. Tell him how many watts that's under.
That's on. It's only running up under. That's 135 watt light, but it's only under 100 watts right now.
There you go, guys.
Yep. And how far away you got that light?
Right now it's probably it's really close. It's probably like 18 inches.
Oh, really close. 18 inches. Guys, you fucking heard that right here. The winner, who's using the least amount of fucking watts, has it really close at 1.5 feet. Really close. I love to fuck, because dude, you make me laugh, because that is by plant killer terms, like even honestly, even some of these winners, like really close is definitely more closer than 18 inches with the wattage you have.
That'd be like 6 inches.
Well, actually, it's about 11 inches.
I love that. You're milking the fuck out of that, dude.
But there's an efficiency level.
Out of that. Yeah, and there's going to be a drop off, which is why I'm trying to get you stronger light. You need more light coverage in there, at least something stronger with more penetration.
There is some lights. You hang at 12
inches. A 300 watt ceramic metal halide might do you perfect in that space. Like, might be absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have red bulbs and grow bulbs. They have like blues and reds. Dude, I have like 3 of these. Can I just put one in a box and send it to you with the bulbs? You just put it over your garden as soon as you get it. I will rush it to you.
That'll be fine.
I'm not turning that shit down. Fuck yeah.
That's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit I like to hear.
No, because we could all agree you've milked it for all it's worth, but you're gonna get boofed like a motherfucker below that trellis line, right? And you're not gonna get like the type of chunkiness that you can get. You're a great grower now, man. You have milked that thing as far as it goes.
You can see it right there. You see, you're only gonna have a couple inches right there at the top where it's. See there where it instantly just gets dark. Yep. Everything under that's gonna be, but
right. So we want to get you. Yeah, we want to get you just a little more penetration so that you don't get number one.
God, say that again.
Yeah.
If this was the only light you had, though, you could technically just push it into the space it can handle, which is the same thing Grow Boss had him do: push his plants back and use pretty much a quarter of the temp. But yeah, you can use fucking whirlpools really if you want to. You just have to keep them in their space.
Yeah, man. For the time being, go ahead and crack that light up all the way to 100. Okay. Get that full 130, all right?
Yeah.
Maybe pull it back a couple inches. Pull it back a couple inches so you get a little more spread and reflection with the side tents or the side walls, all right? Because now you want to maximize what you have. Yeah, but I don't even think you'd have a problem if you were 100% where you're at right now at whatever inches you are now. But I want you to get a little more light out to the sides where we see it's darker than it is in the middle. And you are going to send me your address like on IG, okay?
Yes, I send it to you. I'll
Yeah,
send
I'm
it to
going
you.
to put this out as fast as it goes. All right, it's nice because it's a ballast attached to a reflector. It's a narrow reflector, so you can hang it higher up. And you're like, what is that? 2x4, 3 by
No, it's
3?
a 32 by 32.
Okay, so
Perfect.
2.5 by 2.5. Great. Yeah,
Perfect.
this is perfect for that. This is exactly what you want, right?
It's even
I'm happy
better
to be able to
than
help.
yeah.
It's sitting unused, and I have all the bulbs, and it may be a long time before I ever want to use that shit again. So just go ahead and take it. All right.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just send me your address on IG because I know we talked there. Okay.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Can we take a look at Happy Cultivators again? Were you showing us? I feel like Happy Cult. You were showing us a garden. Are you still here? There we are. Oof.
Oh, look at
There
that.
we
That
are. Look
he
at
needs to
that.
cut that shit down. And
Color's
start over.
going nutty on him.
Start that shit over.
Yeah, dude, they're dead, man. They're dead.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking this
Definitely
morning.
dead.
I'm
That's
like, fuck,
That's
dude.
like a queen. That's almost a queen size bed right there. What are you
Oh,
talking
I'd
about?
lay in that bed.
What? Woo-woo.
Yeah, even him out. I
Damn,
kinda
I'd
did some
crowd surf
adjustments.
that shit.
He's
I did a
surfing,
little-
boy. He is surfing.
That is
One in the
Motorboat,
back,
that
motorboat,
is
motorboat.
turgid as fuck, man. Oh my god, yeah. Don't let Northern Scrogger near this. He might take liberties.
He might try and slap his junk off your colas.
Oh, shit.
So
When you
fun.
start seeing little boy faces singing out of them tomorrow, that'll be scary.
Oh god. No,
Yeah, it's his eyes and his mouth
That was-
cropped onto the fucking
that was wrong.
cropped onto it. Dude.
Dude, what's up with these colors, guys? Is this normal? Is that normal?
It's your camera.
I wouldn't sweat it. Whatever
I'm just
purplish
playing
color
around,
you
but-
may need, what are you gonna do about it? You got what, 2 weeks
No,
left?
look at it. It's getting all
That-
funky.
That happens when your shit's riddled with spider mites.
Yeah. What
I
is
know.
it?
That's what I was thinking.
It's like, isn't it like 6 weeks old? That
I think
shit's
they're
gonna be-
hiding
that
underneath.
shit's it's gonna start dying.
Yeah.
What did ADHD say? Mobile trichomes. Mobile trichomes.
Mobile,
The Bluetooth.
Mobile.
Bluetooth tripod.
Bluetooth, yeah,
We got a what, like
Wi-Fi.
No, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look. You know, it's
Wi-Fi me some trichromes, bitch.
Smart Poker said happy as a pro.
fuck
thank you.
yeah.
I'm telling you, that's
Bro.
one of
Hey, what's up, Smart?
that's one of the
Learning
best
from the
gardens
best.
you'll see.
Dude,
That's one of the
grow-
best
Yeah.
gardens you'll see on
I
YouTube.
agree.
Dude, Growboss said he'd
Absolutely.
hook up some books for us to be giving away.
Dude,
Yeah, I
fucking-
saw that.
Probably,
Dude. Yeah,
probably
both of
pretty,
them.
probably-
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cheap. He probably send a bunch of books for mad cheap and fucking give them away on.
We should all throw
channels
down
and
on
shit.
that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing a lot more of that in this space for sure. Yeah, it's nice of him to say that. Hey, Smart Poker, quick question: are you going to throw on the mask and join us? You going to pop up here on chat with the mask?
Mm.
I saw your video. I think it came out 7 minutes before we were talking on stream yesterday with I think Vermonster, right? Before we were hanging out there. But then your video popped up on my like auto feed because I was sharing a screen, and I thought someone was coming at me with a knife. It was. I got a little scared, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I turned it off. But I didn't mean to be disrespectful. If you want to put the mask on and want to come on and say hi, dude, love to have you on here for
Oh,
sure.
shit.
Yeah, I thought the
Hey,
same
New York
thing.
John,
Yeah.
before I jumped out of here, I want to say happy birthday, brother, and stoked to hear that you and School of Crop and Speedy are going to be like taking over the reins of Grow Leader. I'll be throwing my
thank you.
next run in the mix over there, so I'll definitely see you guys over there, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Like very
Sweet,
Yeah.
brother. Thanks, brother.
They're over at Coco for Cannabis, canna simping.
Mhm.
Canna simping.
Mhm. But yeah, you
Keeping it
guys are
kinda
gonna,
simple.
you guys are gonna do well. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I like to see our communities merge.
Dude, I do need a.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I need a. I
It's
need
the
a
only
can
way to
snap.
grow. It's the only way.
And I
Exactly.
kind of like
It
those
is.
moments where it gets intense.
Is that what you
It
call
is.
that? A Cannalab? A Cannalab? It's like cannabis collaboration. A Cannalab?
Can't laugh.
We need some, different
Sound-
opinions. Different opinions
Sound
start
great.
conversations.
I mean, these fuckers think we're just haters, and like they don't really like, dude. That's what they kind of almost. Well, maybe not all of you. I mean, maybe, but the whole Grow Boss guys in general.
Yeah.
Well, look,
we
dude.
get grouped in there, but it's like just because Why? We're honest. And not only that, like, dude, they don't realize we want to see people win. We want everybody. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as much fun as it is laughing at dead plants and shit, all jokes aside, man, that sucks, dude. You know, with, you know, you putting in all that work and you ain't getting shit out of it. Like,
It sucks
you
going
know what
on
I mean?
YouTube and not seeing
Fuck.
good plants. It does.
Right.
I want to go on YouTube.
I want, dude, it would be so much more pleasing if fucking every video I clicked on or every update that came through, fucking everybody has beautiful plants. You know what I mean? That would be awesome.
Well, hey, let me
They
tell
would
you
if they would
something.
quit lying to each other.
Because you're not like
Right.
fucking haters. You're tough lovers. You know, the more
No
critical
fashion
element of this
weed!
community, like you said, we all agree. Let's elevate the conversation, and the only way we're going to do that is to see other people and their successes. We got to lead people to success. Unfortunately, it falls on us. And it's,
Right.
you know, if it was just hate, you just leave it there. Criticism, nothing that follows. And that's never what I've seen at your show or Plant Killers or any of that.
Dude, a hater
Not
is
even
gonna,
Groboss.
if
Yeah.
there's a beautiful, healthy plant, like you got that plant, a beautiful, healthy plant, they're gonna say, oh, that a hater's gonna hate and just say that that's shit anyway, or say something. It's like, dude, if I'm looking at healthy plants, I'm looking at healthy plants. I'm not, how can I talk shit? It's like, dude, them plants look pretty fucking good, you know, or this dude's doing a lot better than he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, oh fuck, you know. I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's just funny, man. Like, people get so sensitive, and at the end of the day, they're just fucking plants, dude. Who cares what someone says about plants? I mean,
That's
you know?
true.
Fuck.
Yeah, people shouldn't get their feelings hurt. They should feel at least encouraged by that they're getting criticism by winners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're getting attention from someone who's winning. You know, let me give you a confession right now too. While you're all here, and I figure this is a kind of, it's an intimate moment. You guys have all joined me here for my birthday, and I'm into my second beer, and these are good.
Oh yeah,
Finish
give
with my
it to me,
joint so I don't get
John.
talky.
Give it to me.
Yeah. So when I actually collaborated with Chronic to launch the Indoor Promised Land thing, you know, it was in the wake of Groboss disappearing, but I had an idea, and I've never really shared this with you guys before, is that I was telling everyone, some of you guys came in late, but I was saying earlier in this program, for those who joined me, you saw, like, I've been here for like 9 years, growing for like 9 years, and like almost 8.5 of those years I've known Grown Boss, you know, and I've been learning from the content he had. And eventually, a couple of years later, after we interacted, he would just do a one-off show, or one-off, you know, presentation, a one-off edited, really well edited video, like a commercial or something that usually had information in it. And I started noticing the information was the same, and I'd already bought his book, and he went and he did a live show, and I was his first moderator, and I was really happy to be there and seeing that he was doing that, because over that 1.5 years, like, I'm looking around the internet and not hearing good information, and I'm winning with what he's telling me and what's in the book. So I was waiting for the elevation of the conversation to where there was more volume of people involved. And then the live show came out and more people came. But also the ratio of fucking people who are crazy about it, talking that they're winning when they're not, or just like insane, focused on insane things when they can't get basic ideas down on how to not kill a plant. So it took years. So many people I've seen come and go. And he jokes that he knows 10,000 growers, but we've seen like almost 100,000 grows, right? And you guys know the ratios and the success on that. We've seen a lot of plant killers. When I came up with this presentation, the show that I've been trying to give you guys, where we are having guests who know what they're talking about, we are having guests who can show you their gardens, and you can go, oh, fuck, how did he do that? You know, where we could all kind of have that aha moment. I saw it as being the inverse opposite of Girl Boss, where we've seen tens of thousands of failing gardens and met thousands and thousands, probably 10,000, you know, people in denial, people whose egos are tied up into it, people who think they're winning because they're following whatever they heard on the internet. And then those people go back out and they spout it and it becomes the norm. And I've joked about it lately. You know, if the right information is controversial, it meant that the bad information is the standard. You know, that you are so far fucking radicalized to be in our pool of people because we have the right information and we have actually a bunch of shit to show consistently, you know, behind all of us, really, in all of our grows. I mean, look at what we just saw now. I mean, fucking Happy Cultivator, fucking LED growers knocking it out of the park. Hemp with Gigi, we know about his successes. Viking King, I've seen your gardens, man. They're fucking beautiful. Chapo, I mean, growing with the bare minimum and just the basics and killing it with talent. You know, killing it with talent, could do it in any fucking, I mean, I've been through 7 different iterations of the garden behind me, you know? Yeah. So I think about all the bad information that we've seen there that he has to fight against, and he sells a book, the Grow Book and Equipment Guide. Yeah, he wants to bring people on because he wants converts, people who we've seen documented their shit fucking gardens turn into like winning shit like this. I had shit gardens. I just got in kind of early. So I've been waiting for an elevation of the conversation. So it's nice to see that everyone here, especially you guys in chat too, a lot of you guys who haven't joined us here, I give you a lot of credit because you're out there spreading good information, showing successful gardens, and connecting with people. And I think that, it's nice that he's going to send us a bunch of books because there's some people we're going to reach who he can't. I like to think the attitude of this particular program is that, we have the same spirit, the same information, but instead of showing you dead gardens again and again and again and again and again and trying to teach you, I just want to show you winning gardens and winning gardeners who can at least then, this is the thing that I give my credit to. And it's almost always like, I trained good, I paid attention, I figured this stuff out, and like I just do it consistently, and then here we are because it could only get better every time you do it consistently. That's what I want to do.
Is John muted?
No. Am I?
You're fucking with him.
Job, you fucking dick.
That was torture right there. I seen his soul drop a little bit.
He's like, did I just say all that shit while I was muted?
No, so that's my confession. That's my rant. Hey, fuck you, Chapo. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, bro.
That's fucking
quality
boring.
entertainment. Quality entertainment. Yeah.
Everything
Chapo's
is content.
So now I'm literally red in the face, and I've talked enough. So I'm going to open this back up. I don't know, guys.
Put the link in chat?
Oof. Yes, I sure can. Are we in private chat? We got a link?
Somebody in chat asked for it. I remember seeing link a few times.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, it gets buried. It gets buried.
Damn,
yeah, we're gonna do only plants for the next other plants. Yeah,
dude, how frosty?
Look at how frosty that
like,
thing is.
Christ.
It's so frosty. It's just like lighting up.
One big bud off the outside plant, right?
Tinsel tech.
This is that tinsel tech right here. It's the tinsel tech. Yeah.
No. John, you're absolutely right.
Cut one branch off the outside tree and used it for a fucking
I'll send clones.
It's like how many fucking plant killers you see come through fucking Grow Boss, in the chat. It's just endless, dude. Endless. So many gardens.
Oh, you guys want to see that? Here you go, Viking. She's about to get the axe. She's about to get half out of this space.
Hey, I added another light, y'all. I got it like 185 watts.
Yeah. Do that. Continue to, hang on and hold on.
Let me see that.
We're going to get you a little more watts, but that's a great idea is to give a little more wattage in that area. Where are you at?
Oh yeah, look at that technique.
All right.
Yeah, John.
Wait, hold on. Look at Happy Cultivator's fucking solo plant, the solo cup plant. That's crazy.
Let me see that pigeon. Let me see that pigeon perch tech again.
Want me to wiggle it for you?
You can't blame him for that pigeon perch. I kind of told him to do that, so you can't.
Yeah, this is for a challenge. This is for a challenge.
Yeah, challenge. Yeah, that looks great. I bet you're in the top fucking top 2 for the challenge.
No, I was a girl leader, so it was for fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's yeah.
It's for fun.
Can't do that. I can't do that, man. It's at the end. It's watering a whole lot, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of watering. But yeah, man, something popped up. I have to go do, but I wanted to definitely say happy birthday.
Woo!
Where can we find you? What are you doing? What you got coming up?
Oh, what do we got? Yeah, we got the show coming up. Yeah, Hemp and GG with our buddy Brad. I don't know if I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name. Poeta. Okay, I did it. But yeah, he's got a pretty compelling, awesome story, man, about how cannabis has affected his life, and he's a fucking awesome grower, guys. Like, he's phenomenal. I don't know if he has bro science or anything like that. I don't think he's going to go into any of that shit. He's about training his plants and shit and creating, cannabis as a medication for himself. So he's going to be our guest today. We're going to, give that a shot. I'm pretty sure Hip with GG will be there as well.
Beware. Yeah. I don't think you ever said where we can find you.
Oh, yeah. Here, YouTube. Looking, all my links are on YouTube. You can get me there. Sorry, guys. I had somebody at the door.
You can find him at the Fleshlight convention.
Also, that too. Use code happy. Just joking.
Thanks for coming.
Is that the one you sent to Old Fart Grower?
Happyfleshlight.com.
Happy Flesh. Use code happy. Either one will work. But no, yeah, much grower. Love you guys. And, I'll see you guys at 3 Pacific Standard Time.
All right, dude. Thanks for
Later,
coming out,
Happy.
man. It really means
Yeah,
a lot
happy
to me.
birthday,
Happy
brother.
Cultivator. Yeah, dude.
Happy
Thank you so
44,
much.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Deuce,
Guys,
deuce.
check out Happy.
Hey, let's take a look over here, man, because while we were talking, fucking LED
I
grower
added my
over
other
here.
light out my closet.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, right?
Oh, see, that's already
So-
much better.
So now, are those exactly the same type of fixture? They look very identical. More or
They
less.
are.
kinda
They the same
fixture?
type.
Yeah.
This one here is just the older model. This was 135. This one just 100. So it's at 185 watts right now.
And
You
see,
have
that's
185
probably just
watts.
right. Yeah, man,
Then-
that's probably perfect for that right now. You backed them off too, right? Like they're a little further away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that looks good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep,
Absolutely
look at that.
perfect. Yeah,
Yep,
100.
you're not
Yeah,
shadowed.
that's a great.
You're not
intermediate-
shadowed where you
yeah.
were. Yep.
That's right. Yeah,
There
you
you go,
spread the
Speed.
light because it was enough right where you were putting it, and you even could have had it closer. But the closer you get, the less spread you have. And now it's nice. You dialed everything back and brought it up higher. Fuck yeah, man.
Now
I
you're
mean,
getting a little. Now you're getting a little
it's-
spreaditration.
We could also plug that
Spreaditration is
into-
real, buddy. The spreaditration is real. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could plug that in a grow light calculator. though.
Spreaditration, baby.
Spreaditration.
Dude, I love that shit, man.
Smoke
Dude, looking
weed
great,
every
man.
day.
Yeah. Dude, like I said, hold on and hang on, but you got it covered at least for another couple of days while this thing ships out to you, okay? And you don't have
Okay.
to flip to it. You don't got to switch to it immediately because figure it has a dial on it where I think you can go like 50%. So that's less
Okay.
than what you have now. You're gonna want to like maybe increase what you have now a little bit before you put mine in. All right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, in a couple of days. Yeah, when it arrives, figure out how you want to set it up. Maybe put it in place. Leave these guys hanging. Crank up the volume a little bit. Just no sudden changes. Is what I'm
Okay.
learning and what I could teach to everybody. No sudden changes. Don't change too much at once. This is great that you have that to do that with.
Consistency.
Yeah, awesome, dude. But look at what you fucking already did with this so little. You milked the shit out of it. That cow is dry. You got as far as you could do with that, man. That's amazing. And it's good that you have this light.
Sweet
Yeah.
potato milk.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and this fixture I'm sending you is going to fit absolutely perfect in that 30 by 30 you have there. All right, it really will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look forward to that.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hang out. Hold on and hang on, man.
You'll
We're
like
just hanging out.
you'll like
Yeah.
that light too. The one he's gonna
Yeah.
send you. They're good lights.
Okay.
They are good
Okay.
lights, man. I've vegged a lot with them, but then someone sent me the redder bulbs, and I tried that as a finisher. It worked out just great. But yeah, it only kind of works like one of them per 3 by 3 max. So what you have going on 30 by 30, 2.5 feet, perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Viking.
Dude, man, you got such talent going on there, man. It's really good to have you in the community. And I wanted to say, I'm gonna put you on main screen here. I'm gonna embarrass you here real fast, right? When I started out this channel, you were like one of the first people who were out there in the comments and being encouraging. I really appreciate that. Yeah,
Thank you.
I saw that. I noticed it. This guy's been here from day one,
Spread nose.
and we're only getting to know him now. So it's really great that like you've been, growing along with us.
Hey,
Spread
Mr.
them
Speed.
cheeks.
Mr. Speed, what type light you have there? What type rarity you got?
Rowdy.
Man, that's a little cheap Maxi Sun PB1000. Little $100 light.
You're supposed
no
to say,
good.
it
No
don't
good.
matter
You
what
need-
light I'm
You,
using.
you need broom. You need broom press. You must buy broom press.
It's fucked up.
Broom-
'cause I got two.
broom
I
press.
got two.
Broom press for the win. Number one.
Hey, my
Okay.
my spider farmer rep. I mean, she's Chinese in China. She might speak some
No.
English, but I feel like my all my messages go through some sort of translator thing, and then maybe they get like helped out by a person who might know some better English, maybe because half of what I'm talking about, I just like to imagine what the context and the content she's seeing from my words when it goes through that process. Because I just speak casually when I'm typing. I'm not keeping it simple. I'm just like, here's my thoughts, here's my thing, here's what we're doing, and I get like good, really great quality responses that I know also have to come back through a translator thing. But it's always missing half the context of what I was talking about. Like
You're gonna be
or
getting a phone
just-
call when she shows up in America.
That'd-
She'll be like,
fuck, that'd be
John, I'm
fun.
here. I told you I was coming for you. You're like,
She
"What
hits
the
me up
fuck?"
late night. She always hits me up late night. I think she's fucking calling. I think she's like checking in. Hey,
No,
are
it's
you up?
because it's daytime
Hey,
for her.
New York John, are you up?
It's daytime for her.
Oh yeah, once You start communicating on that Alibaba or something. Them
It
light
won't let
people,
me
man.
put that link in chat.
Holy
Viking
shit,
has to do it.
they're all over you.
Yeah, so what they ask me for is like, hey, put up a couple videos or whatever, like maybe 2 a month, just like a minute or something that you just mention the product, you focus the product, you talk about your garden, whatever, you talk about the product. And look, that's super easy. I just weave that into like all my live shows. So I check all the boxes, but they have no idea that I'm on here doing this because they're not watching these long format things. They're wanting me to put a thing up that says like at Spider Farmer so that they see it happens, and then they just look at a video. I don't think they care about the words. They see their product, they see the plants, and that's cool because all they're concerned about is the result. But unfortunately, they're spread so thin, everybody got one. You know.
I didn't see. They told me I didn't have enough subs. They told me I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't have enough subscribers.
They said you were
Yeah.
too big of a plant killer. Well, meanwhile, they out there sponsoring all the plant killers.
You lick the taint. You not get liked.
Well, High-Grow Hybrid was rocking out with the SE7000s. It's like a 700-watt fixture. And then he's like, hey, send me one of the 1,000 watts. And he gets 1,000 watts, and you guys saw the result, right? I don't know what the fuck he did with that fucking fixture, but he killed every one of the plants.
Man, he's going to recover all those, I guess.
Too much too fast, I guess, man. He was doing okay with those other ones. I think he was doing less good than he was saying, but
why change it up?
He saw his garden. Yeah. Right. Right.
Mm.
He's been talking about I'll be the first person to put an LED on a light mover. I don't know if you guys see what's happening behind me, but this shit's always moving, and it's been moving for months. So I don't know if that works.
Shh. We're not talking about you.
Fuck that guy. Tell him I said so.
Yeah, those plants didn't look very good. I said something in his comments like, "Wow."
And he's a liar. He's a liar. I'm about to do a thing about that. You guys are going to see here in the next week. I'm going to do a thing about that. He's a liar.
There you go. Viking posted it. The link is in chat now. I tried, but it won't let me post links.
All right, hold on.
It's in there. Viking took care of you. It just wouldn't let me post the link.
But I did it like a few minutes ago. How did all this?
You put it in private chat.
You put it in private chat.
But can you click Viking's link while you're in YouTube? Click it and just say pin. So it'll pin it to the top, and then nobody will ever ask you again.
Hold your finger on it for a minute.
Go to YouTube, inside of YouTube chat, click Viking's link and hit pin. Then we'll stop bugging you.
You guys, you got to realize I'm actually not in YouTube. Maybe that's the problem here. Is I should be in YouTube also.
Yeah, you got to go to YouTube.
I'm going to put this out so you guys have it. And I'm so sorry because I feel like I posted it like 5 minutes ago, maybe 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, it went to private chat.
Fuck, man. I'm sorry, guys. See, look, Chronic, if you're watching, this is what, I love you.
Crash course. This is crash course, man.
Now pin that. You just posted it in YouTube. Now click it and pin it, and we'll never ask you for it again. Well, until next show.
I can't do that in StreamYard.
No, go to YouTube where you just
gotta go to YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Go back to YouTube chat as if you're reading the chat, and then just click your own name and hit
pin.
You
got to pin it from YouTube.
Yeah, you'll never hear us again until next show. Then we'll ask you again.
Hey, guess what? All right, you're on the spot. Let's see your pretty face. Tell us a story. Tell us a story there, GG.
You don't want to see my pretty face.
I got to go to YouTube, dude. I got to see now. I'm gone. I'm clicking on the YouTube thing. It's opening.
Oh,
wait, it opened. It opened on my
wasn't in your face.
What in the hell? Oh shit! Motherfucker was trying to show you.
Did I miss that shit? Hey, there he is.
He was trying to show you the little Cannabis snitch.
Oh man.
The little Cannabis snitch. Thanks,
go
man.
Into the YouTube. You gotta turn up the
little,
thing.
huh? I've been super cropping it.
Super crop.
Topped it a few times.
You said I cropped it a couple times.
Actually, yeah, I got something I can show you. I'll show you some crazy ass live sand. You guys seen that shit before?
Yeah, let's see that shit. It looks like something Nickelodeon made. You guys gotta go see this. It looks like something you find in a Children's Science Museum gift shop.
You gotta find a poker.
What's he gonna do?
I pasted it and I pinned it. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, this is living live sand or whatever.
Well, what's it do?
It's dabs.
You gotta play with it a little bit. Show them how it moves. Yeah, there you go.
It's dabs.
Yeah, that shit moves.
But it's sand. It's very concentrated.
It's not sticky. Yeah, it's like not sticky. It's falling off you.
Oh, you smoke it?
Yeah, it's a dab.
Oh, okay.
They call it live sand. It's like 100 something a gram.
Did they put terps in that? Is that what's holding it together? It's like a terp sauce?
From what I'm understanding, a live sand is the tops of the trichome heads.
So it's like the finest grade of keef.
Just
right?
the bulbs. Yeah, just the top
But
bulbs.
that's not how it acts when I have it in. I've sipped the keef. I could get it pretty fine. It never acts like that for me.
Yeah, but this isn't keef. I don't know how they make live sand. Probably somebody in chat knows, but yeah, it's freaky. Freaky deaky.
All right, we're gonna look this up. All right.
Did you smoke it? How is it?
It's good. You can put it in joints too. I've grinded it up and put it in joints. Ignore my crappy couch, by the way.
No, I don't. I just
smoke rooms get all the.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. Normally, live
you
just
sell it
means.
at dispensaries, man. Live sand. It's like 110 a gram.
Oh, I don't go to the dispensary. Come on.
Neither do I, but I know they sell it there.
Well, yeah. I mean, not that I don't. I'm not going to say that I don't because that's a lot.
Oh,
but
I think I know
don't
what
go
this
there
is.
for. I don't go there to buy flour. Yeah.
I think I found out what this is.
What is
Can
it?
you guys hear me? All right.
Yeah.
So it says, "What is live sand and cannabis?" Google. In short, live resin beach sand refers to a high-potency concentrate that comes from freshly frozen plant material. Hence the live resin. This is a fresh frozen keef. That's what that is. It's a high sift fresh frozen keef.
Yeah, it's a dry sift. It's going to be a fresh frozen dry sift.
Right. That's
Dude,
right.
if you press that in the rosin press, oh, you would get the
it probably
best
all
fucking.
it all goes liquid, right? It's 100% out.
Yeah,
right?
you'll pretty much get. Well, I think guys were getting 80 to 90%. Yeah.
That's pretty good though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's extreme. I was like, how are you guys getting so? They're like, oh, well, we do dry sit. I was like, oh, okay, you're not doing just flour. That makes sense. Because it's only the trichromes right there. You're pretty much like probably 90%.
D grows boof. I probably had you back there too long. Again, it's
your birthday. I'll cry if I want to.
Oh, dude.
Happy birthday.
Dude, this guy's funny as fuck, man. We love D.
Yeah,
D, how you doing, man?
We love that. We gotta change his name.
Boof, what's up?
We gotta come on and change his name.
No, I'm.
We're gonna change
watering death.
D grows bush.
D grows bush. Yeah, D grows bush
someday. So let me. I'll show you. So I had some party cups, and they were dying.
Oh, fucking.
And I watered them until it like ran out, and they were dying.
Why'd you do that?
It's too hydrophobic. Like, look at this shit.
Well, then you should have went way slow. You should have, man.
Yeah.
If it's hydrophobic, it's so hard to water when it's hydrophobic just because it takes so long to water.
You kept that plant? I thought that was the one that definitely said we were getting that off.
I'm actually keeping and showing them.
Can you flip
your lessons? Yeah, let me flip it.
Yes.
So this has been just it's been like dead, and I like tried to water it. I tried really hard, and I failed a couple times over, and I had water running out, and it was just too hydrophobic, whatever. So someone told me the other day, actually fingered it a bit and tried a few times of adding more and more water.
Oh,
so
dude, stop it. Once you kill a seed like that, it's toast, bro. Especially from seed. Once you fuck it from seed, forget it. If you
hold on a second.
You listening to somebody
Are you
else?
been trolling us, man? Have you been trolling us? I like you, man. Have you been trolling us? Oh, I'm gonna get you back on audio now. You can defend yourself. Have you been trolling us?
He's like, I'll put you in timeout.
Is this like a long con? Are you doing the long con? I gotta know, man. I gotta know.
No, it just this was like so dead, and I can't believe it's like coming back. So it's I'm just trying to learn. Like I was trying to water it properly, and in spite of that, I was failing terribly. And I dropped more seeds because I'm not going to do anything with it. But like this other one was also having the same fucking problem, and it wasn't as far dead, but it's like bouncing back.
Still alive. That one's still alive technically.
It was tipped right over onto itself. I didn't even peri-tech it at all, but like it's coming back a bit. I dropped new seeds.
El Chapo.
Wait just a minute, dude.
You know what you're looking at? No, you know what you're looking at right here? Those are my fucking seedlings. Let's laugh. Those are my seedlings.
All the way to the right. Come on.
Yeah.
All the way to the right.
They're all crap. I
Go
dropped
to the
more
right.
seeds because these are all gonna have to die. They're
That's
just
not bad. Lack of
can we go
growth,
all the way back? What's that soil?
I like that one. Can you? If we can just take away one each week, can we first take the one that?
Yeah.
Way over.
Did you make that soil? Is that your reused soil?
He's 2 weeks behind, so let's go ahead and take both those first two.
No, that's seeds for you, man. You got to kill a few. It just happens. You got to kill.
You got to get a hobby, man. So that way you just stop. No, seriously, because you're gonna go in there and you're gonna be like, "Well, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'll just fuck with these because I ain't got nothing." No, you don't want to do that shit.
These are just all shit. So I drop new seeds because I'll hopefully grow them up faster than these little fuckers, and I'll murder these later.
Don't say hopefully. No, you will. Just know you will. You just know you will. Yeah.
I will.
You gotta have confidence. You got this shit. Right. Just stop with the crazy shit.
Crazy shit. There we go.
All right.
See?
You just
These are his wife's plants, right?
This is the master grower's plants. His and hers. Yes, these are the
Does she know you're getting in her tent?
She knows he's been lifting up her skirt. Get under them plants. Let me see.
Those look good though. Oh, your co-host is here. Oh, look at that.
What's that steak with the
Oh shit!
You can see those bottom.
Hey!
You're not able to get any artilleries off of the very, very bottom post. You got a 4 post here. Those 2 bottom ones you got to go off of with your knife, but it's always annoying. Just one sucker branch.
Those 2 bottoms. It's so hard to get those 2 branches off them that you need for the middle. That
I can usually get a 4 post, but I can't get that 6 post. But it looks like even on a 4 post, his bottom ones fell behind. But who the hell gives a shit? You got a cola.
They're already up there. So
this was the one with the big glory hole that I laid out too many times, and then you told me to bring it up a bit.
Say that again.
Yeah, that was on.
That had a big ass glory hole that we fucking saved somehow. Can you believe that?
I think that was on Happy Cultivator's channel. I was just telling you need to reposition and some shit up if you lay flat.
You just
God damn,
not laying it
there's
flat.
right there. I mean, there's the.
Look at that right there. That's beautiful. That's nice.
We're like a week and a half in a flower now? Is that the stretch that happened?
We're maybe a week.
That's a main line.
Yeah.
That's a nice
line. Yeah, these were all kind of main lines.
Well, that's a main line for sure.
It's testimony that a plant that had problems will still progress. You're going to suffer for weight. You're going to suffer for the end result. But just because it was we lost efficiency somewhere along the way. And I remember looking at those a week and a half ago and knowing that every different node told a different story, about what was happening that week. And I believe that you're figuring it out and you're getting things back to a stasis, back to normal, where your next run's going to be so much better than this. But
at least it's not the never-ending story.
When I see the seedlings, I wonder if you're just trolling us, bud.
I think you say something. You say something very well, though. It's all about foreshadowing, knowing what something's going to become. Because if you look at back when we first stopped these things, we were telling him, don't take all 4 plants because the 2 are going to be your better plants. And now all the way here, a week or so into flower, here we are. We foreshadowed it. So I think that's something that new growers probably not holding themselves to a high enough standard and not foreshadowing what a plant's going to do in the long run. You got to know when something's dead. We know what that little tiny seedling in there or whatever that stick was. We know what that's going to be in the future. A pain in the butt if it ever comes back.
Oh wait, here it is. Ghostbusters got it. More cowbell. More cowbell. That's what it is.
Hopes and dreams is where it's at.
Man, you're hoping you're dreaming just fine, man. I'm glad to see that. Especially those 2 vigorous ones, those really bushy ones that were. In a place where we're throwing off better plants now, and that those small drawbacks weren't a throw your plant away situation. In fact, like I said, I could see that it happened in many different nodes, and every node kind of had a different thing going on, but it was all working back towards normal, and none of those things that happened in one node killed it for the next node, and you've managed to, keep plugging along here. Hey, that one on the left, man. I'd love to see you pull off a little bit of that bottom stuff.
That one.
Yeah.
Go back to the one on the right. Let me see that one on the right over there. Let me see that. No. You know what?
No, on the left.
You know what one? You know what one? Stop it. This one. What's up? This one's mad sus. Go back.
He's in flower.
Back. That thing's sus.
Just
that thing never got bigger than you.
I mean, I wouldn't do any lollipopping, but that shit.
That other one. Go over to that little one and let me see it from straight down from the top.
This is the one that we topped in flower.
Oh, you got lucky. Well, wait, I can see a little.
Stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Yeah, he's in stretch right now, so he can do his large mitigation after stretch. He can go in and take out some of the darker oof down below.
Yeah, that's right.
I clean this up a little bit. It's my intention that once it's stretched more, that when I take a picture, I can see like a dark area at a certain level, and then I'll just clean off that dark area.
Just
once
find
the stretch happens.
After stretch, find your cola, remove the boot. Find your cola, remove the boot. You do it before flower and then
misdo that.
Yeah, Gigi, I agree too. Like maybe we're a couple days too early for all that stuff, because what I would say is like take a couple leaves off the bottom without coming up any branch, because we don't want to give it a lollipop effect where then it stretches on its own anyway. Because as we all know, stretch in flower is basically fucking veg on steroids. It's veg and hyperdrive. So yeah, I'd absolutely agree.
And
wait for 2 more weeks.
I'm gonna do another feed.
Yeah, I don't know if they're light and color or if it's just the camera, but those 2 big ones do look overall light and color, but maybe the camera. There goes again.
No, you're right.
I just
we
turned the
saw
light
this
down,
the other day too. Yeah, no, they need a little more of like, I mean, to me,
just
it's
do
just
it,
a little bit of
back-to-back feeding. That's all.
Yeah.
If you go to water feed, just give the same dilution twice in a row, and then go back to water feed. You'll never have a problem with them.
They need a good flush.
Don't be trolling.
No. Yeah, don't be trolling. Don't be trolling. D, he's just kidding. I promise you.
No, D.
No.
You know what would pump these right up? You need some soda water.
Should I clone this one?
You got to get the sizzle going on.
Clone it. Yeah. Get your scissors. I'll show you how to clone it right now. Grab your scissors.
There's at least 3 clones on there.
Not enough rooms in my cup.
Right close to the bottom, right there by the soil. You just.
How do you look at that and then go back to that and still keep that cup?
You should have put 2 seeds,
so
1
bad.
cup.
Palm trees.
Palm trees growing.
Palm tech.
Palm tree tech.
today.
No Promised Land Live. The happy birthday edition.
Here lies hopes and dreams.
Get that tombstone and put it over here.
R.I.P.
Oh, dude, I gotta put you on. Hold on a second, guys. Everybody, this is Chronix Grows. Chronix Grow, man. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, is that Pedro Martinez?
Yeah.
There's Pedro. What up, Pedro?
Pedro is the man in this house.
Jorge Cervantes' grandkid.
Pedro is the man in this house.
Pedro's the shit.
Cervantes' grandkid. Hey, man, thanks for coming out here today, man. I appreciate you being here. I wanted to put you on blast. God damn, that's a beautiful room.
Oh, fucking hair.
That's a big ass TV, bro.
That one's never on. That's the one behind the bar.
Shit. She's got a madam's apple.
Nice. Dude, thanks for coming out, man.
Can you put that tombstone on this?
Hang on.
You're in the wrong place. This ain't the nail salon.
Hey, there's the TV that's on. Hey, Chronic, how you loving this wind today? This wind is.
It's fucking crazy. I had to take my flag down. My flagpole is fucking bending like a fucking.
Oh, what she said.
Yeah.
You've been catching the old flagpole all day, huh?
Dude, I had fucking night. I was afraid to fucking close my eyes last night after fucking listening to your stories. And I kept thinking that fucking popping out of my fucking other room there and fucking slap something on my fucking face.
Yeah, if Vikings in chat, you guys wake up, wash your face off before you fucking start licking your lips or anything. Okay, you Yeah, just he's up with the wash towel. If you're hanging out with Viking, you fall asleep.
There's a similar story happened, but it didn't end the same way yours did. We used to work second shift. We're staying over this friend's apartment. There's like 5 of us. We're all fucking drunk. And this one dude passed out early on the fucking couch. And this other dude was there hanging out. And me and this chick and this another couple, we went to fucking bed in the bedrooms. And about 1:30 in the morning, all of a sudden, crash! The fucking dude comes through the fucking wall to the fucking bedroom. We're passed out fucking naked on the bed. This dude comes through the fucking wall trying to get away from the dude. I guess he pulled some homo move on him in his fucking sleep, and the fucking dude woke up and proceeded to fucking beat his ass. And the dude trying to get away from him ran through the wall to get away from the guy. And then he runs into the bed. We all get up, and then the fucking dude goes, he pulled some fucking homo move on me, and he's hiding behind all of us. We all fucking turned to the fucking side and let the fucking guy at him, and he just you all
jumped in the bed together. You all jumped in the bed together and docked up. Is the real story. He ran to the wall to get to them cheeks because he was in there blowing some dude. Dude.
Oh, ouch.
Nah, that's fucked up though, Kron. Dude was trying to bust his cheeks open, bro. You must have been like, what the fuck?
Oh my fucking god.
Busted through the wall.
Like
the Kool-Aid guy, right? Like a fucking Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So wait, was it so the
Chapo, do it again. Do it real good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is that squeaking? By the way? What is that?
Well, Chronic never fucking. I gave him advice. I said, look, dude, get up on the ladder, replace the batteries in your fucking CO2 or your fire detector. He never replaced the batteries, and it's still like
going?
That's
a good battery, though.
No, it's his birds, man. Chronic's a bird person.
Fuck.
Kron, which one ran through the wall? The guy that was trying to rape the other dude?
Yeah, because the dude, like I said, he was like a fucking young kid, but he was fucking big. I mean, he was like passed out, or he was like always the first one to pass out. And he fucking passed out, and the other dude who was there tried some fucking homo move on his fucking sleep. And he had enough sleep in him where when he woke up, he snapped out of whatever, man. He was dead cold sober, beating his ass, and he beat his fucking ass. Beat his ass.
Well, that's what happens when you're out there trying to rape people.
Is someone
don't do that on somebody while they're sleeping?
Someone's peeing.
You deserve it.
Holy man!
I hear water dripping.
That's Chapo.
Oh.
Are you pissing? Are you squatching? You're squatching. You're getting squatchy. Getting all squatchy.
I'm being a good house bitch.
He's squatching. He's squatching.
You better get them dishes done, Sitch.
Yeah, get them
before that old lady get home and split them cheeks.
Yeah, she'll switch. She'll make me pick a switch.
That's my favorite part. All the nervous anxiety. Oh, gotta pick a switch.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna take my headset off and go get another beer. Well, Chronic, hey, dude, did you just finished up some sort of seed giveaway, right?
Yeah,
done already. Right. Is that all done?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Did I hear Viking King won some shit?
Yeah, fucker. I don't know how.
Fuck.
And it's like
Hail Satan.
I don't know how.
Hail Satan. That's what it is right there.
I gotta start cheating and just like fucking picking people.
If you throw up horns in chat, you win stuff. I don't know the connection. I don't want to draw any conclusions. You throw up horns in chat, you win stuff like fucking ADHD, fucking clearing house over there, fucking fucking Viking King. Everywhere he goes, he wins something. He's won with me twice.
Yeah, this is the second time he's won with me too.
I feel like he's getting over on us somehow.
I know.
It's whatever sort of fucking magic that he's doing. I don't know.
It's that black magic.
That's right.
Just want to wish you a happy birthday, John.
He's making them sacrifices on them young virgin faces.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you very much for coming out, man, and thank you for God blessing whoever sneezed. You better stop trolling us, man. I only want to see great plans from now on, man. All right.
Me too.
Throw away the fucking solo, just the whole solo cup. Toss the whole thing in the trash. Don't even save the cup for later. You know, whatever. Ain't got nothing.
Get rid of all the evidence. Cup and all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, full forensics wipe. You know. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Happy birthday,
dude. D, thank you so much for coming up, dude. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you showed that cup to Girl Boss, he'd throw it and bounce it off your head.
And then we saw fucking, what was it, Happy Cultivator? He did a solo cup challenge. He finished a fucking plant in a solo cup, and it was like a mad too tall lean, but like, yeah, then it had like 7 heads on it. They were only the size of your thumb, and that's all you can get out of that, no matter how hard you fucking do it, because like you're in a solo cup, man. Root zone can't go anywhere.
Well, it depends on the medium too. I've seen Coco get away with some monster plants in really small containers just due to that high frequent fertilization.
Right, because like the roots can kind of go everywhere in between, and it benefits from that shit. But like, you know, you don't just get the crazy circling necessarily, you know. And Coco, it has more area it could fill in, and the roots always go where there's like surface area for water. But at a certain point, like you're just watering all the time at the end, because that's what it takes to keep it from being dry. You know? And like root zone, like it's like magic teaches, you know, as is above is below. You know, if really all those organic freaks are all talking about like, you know, feeding root zone, and they don't give a fuck about how the plant looks above it, as long as they have happy root zone and then, you know, happy soil or whatever.
I'm an organic freak, but I don't do mine's a little different. I don't use like the Build-A-Soil. I use they call it a living soil, the Coast of Maine stuff. It's the same thing as Fox Farm. It's just you know, and I use that Foop stuff, which is it's just fish shit and fish fucking emulsion. That's it.
Which is all super great. I mean, those are great additives. I mean, anybody needs to add something to bag soil if they're growing in it. So it's good to have a really good bag soil, right? Like if you're doing that, like you said, whatever you have is analogous to ocean forest.
Right. I like this. It costs a little more than ocean forest, but it seems to be a little more stable. It's not as rich. I don't want to say it's not as loaded. With
nutrients. Not as hot. They say like hot, not as hot. Yeah.
Which is a bad.
Right. And then you add your Foop. Right, then you add your Foop. What else do you add? Are you adding anything else, like CalMag?
CalMag, but I just do an organic CalMag, that doesn't have any nitrogen in it. I had to find one that had like 0 nitrogen, just calcium and magnesium. So, because when I added regular CalMag, the nitrogen was too much. It was just too much salt nitrogen in there.
Is that like a powdered amendment that you're adding?
It's liquid.
Cool. Tell us about it. What brand is that? Because I've always been looking for no end.
It's TP something, TP something. I have to look and see. I'm upstairs, but yeah,
TPS one. It's a TPS one.
TPS, yeah, but it's a weird, but it's just CalMag, and it's just CalMag, no nitrogen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the panel. Simply Grow Buds. What's up, Grow Buds? How are we doing today, man? Good to see you here, and thank you for coming out of my birthday special. Yeah, man.
What's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to put you on main screen. Flip your shit sideways. There we are. Yeah. Now you got to go down a little bit. You got that space blanket tech, man. That's cool. I used to have a couple of those in my emergency kit, but they work great because it's super reflective, right?
Is that sticky fly traps? Sticky fly traps.
All right, I see a digital hygrometer. I see some early veg, some mid veg, late veg.
Simply Grow Buds. What do you think of the garden? What do you mean?
What? Say it again.
What do you think about it? Tell us about it. Are you excited about this? Are you happy about it? What's going on?
About my grow? Yes. I started all these with Dollar Tree lights.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You know,
Is that a veg tent? Or are you looking to flower everything in there? What's going on?
no, this is actually a grow space that I created.
Okay.
So what is this? Just one room you're looking to flower the whole room, or is this like a space you just make a bunch of different size plants?
Yeah, I made this little boxed in space, which is 7 by 10.
So all these are going to go and flower together is the plan.
Well, actually, no, I've got a tent on the way. Now all these are in flower. I mean in veg. My bad.
Oh.
This is in flower.
What are these autos?
Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this light down. Hold on.
Yeah, gotta be autos.
No,
Your voice
no
sounds
auto.
really familiar, by the way.
No autos? And
no, they're not.
They're
not auto.
How are you got those right there and the other one right there?
The only auto I got is this one right here, which is Granddaddy Purse.
I'm gonna let you guys unpack this one.
That's an Asgoo. That's an Asgoo. This one here is in flower.
How is it? It's so close to the other ones. How is that one in flower and the other one's not?
This is in look, listen here. Right? You see that space there, right?
Yeah.
That's my flower space. Over here is my veg.
So they're on different light cycles in the same room.
Different lights. Nope. When it's time to put her to sleep, she goes in a tent that I have out there, outside this room.
We're unpacking a little bit here.
But the lights are in here.
Oh, you put her in just like a random dark closet or something. I got you.
Right.
That's a lot of work.
So you're okay. It's making a little more sense now. I gotta say, it's made a little more sense. I wouldn't say it's efficient, but it's making sense.
So now tell us what soil you're using. Tell us what you got.
He's not looking to fill up
pots.
his whole space though. He's looking to just kind of flower one here and there in a corner, which is a style. It's just not a style that I usually go to because I don't have the real estate for that.
Yeah.
Hey, you even got my aloe. Well,
shit.
I've got cocoa. And
we got.
I've got cocoa, we got. And it's mixed with a little bit of regular potting soil.
And then you throw hay on top.
I like that hay tech.
What's the hay for?
Keep the soil kind of moist. And plus it grows crops.
Moist.
It grows. So yeah, and it it grows little crops to give me some nitrogen in there.
Do you understand that the crops that grows that are not little nitrogen feeder plants?
Oh look, he got cars in there.
When you chop and drop a nitrogen plant like that for a drop and feed, it will not be available to the plant for a long time. It takes a long time.
There's a better question here for you. You say you're happy with the garden, and that's good. It's your garden, and you should be happy with it. Is there anything that you maybe don't like about the garden that maybe you were looking for some insight on? Is there something you don't like about what's going on?
Dude, this is why I love GG.
No, not really. I mean,
I like those space blankets.
Like I said, I grew all of this. Those are actually from Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I guess the real question is, are you up for criticism?
Dollar Tree
up for any kind of criticism?
No, I get his style, man. I get it. It's just not a style we would pick. We're always trying to maximize our real estate where he has a big open space. So he's playing with a little bit of everything. And every now and then he gets a plant that goes to flower. And it's just not my style, but I get it. If you're happy with it, if you're producing cannabis and you say you don't need any help, then I would just say congratulations, man. And I'm glad you're getting the medication you need.
Can we get a close up on that fly trap?
But as a educator, we have to call out shit. That's all. As an educator, we have to call out shit. That's the only thing. But then we say our piece, you say your piece, and at the end of the day, we're both still happy. But yeah, we got to call out stuff.
Hey, I think there's an awesome, dynamically cool assignment that we could all have here. Hey, Chapo, tell him 2 things he could eliminate just to not worry about. Just 2 things.
I don't want to listen to Chapo. He killed buds.
Oh, wait a minute! Shots fired! Hold the fuck on!
Told you this
guy's. Is that right? Look at your garden. You telling me I kill shit? Look at your garden. You got fucking hay on top. You got bug tech going on, dude.
It's a different style.
And I have no problem.
Yeah, it's a different style.
What do you mean? They're dead.
You're gonna get what you get in school for sure. You know, you're maximizing space and isolating colas, and you're holding yourself to a certain demand, so you don't have really good plants next to plants you wouldn't have considered acceptable. But he's working in a different space, a different system. But again, I'm not trying to be the devil advocate, but we're all getting bud. But 100%, I don't think he's ready to take any of our advice. But in the sense of you growing bud and making your own medication, congratulations.
Well, there's really only one important question here. Do you got worms in those pots?
It's important.
No.
I'm just
damn, man. You got to order you some motherfucking red wigglers, man.
But yes, simply grow buds. I don't want you to come on here and have a negative experience. I hope there's still something out of this you see. But in the sense of calling out shit, we just got to do it. That's all.
Experience on John's channel.
No, of course not, man. That's not what we do here. That's why I'm saying, like, I think all of us right here.
We know how to take criticism and everything else.
Oh shit, man. I mean, like, we're pushing the whole world, and everyone gives us shit for it. Yeah, New York forever. But also, like, I think a fun assignment here while we're all here, while we got VK, while we got fucking Hemp with Gigi and Chapo, some talented growers, like, right. Sure, but I would say, okay, don't want to help. Then I'll give it unsolicited. It's my birthday. I'm gonna say what I want to. All right. Of a kind of a size under a light. I'm quoting somebody. I'm quoting the grow boss. Of a kind of a size under a light. And right now, you got a lot going on in that veg tent.
Right.
You might benefit from separating the things out so that the right amount of light that is for the small plants isn't not enough light for the big plants. And the right amount of light for the big plants isn't too much for the small plants. And I don't care that you have them different tiered and they're all sitting on the ground, because I wouldn't want you to all bring them up either. I'd rather see you have them separately, of a kind, of a size, under a light. And that would be just my first takeaway. I'm not going to get into your growing style. I'm not going to get into like what your plant shape or your water regimen. Just right off the bat, like the thing that I see, the first thing that's going to suffer is all of the plants. Okay, only the middle ones are going to do good because it's going to be just almost too much light for the middle ones, but not enough for the upper ones, and too much for the And if you crack it up or crack it down, like, you're going to have that problem having all those things in the same tent. So constructively, I would say, like I said, I'm only quoting someone. I'm quoting.
Well, that's nicely said. I think
kind of a size under light.
Well, that's truly right. And
if you can get another light, or if you had another fluorescent where you could put the smaller stuff outside and really focus on the bigger stuff in that area, I think you'd really take off, because right now, if you're giving it enough where the small ones are living, the little ones, the tall ones might have too much light at the top just so you have it reaching. It's a weird dynamic sort of relationship where it's easy just to eliminate all the oddballs and focus on one type in here and one type in there, and maybe you got a little shelf. Like I had a little shelf with just like one fucking 50 watt fluorescent hanging over a couple ones in solo cups, and that's all they needed.
I think you make
the bigger ones needed bigger stuff.
Put a little gnome in there.
But if you heard me earlier when I first came on, I was saying I've got a tent on the way, and I'm going to set all my little small plants are going to go in that tent.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what kind of what John was.
That's what I said in the beginning. I've got a tent on the way, and all the little ones are going to go in the tent. But right now, this is what I've got to get a little veg on it till my tent get in.
Yeah, you got to have light over plants. You got to have light over plants. It's nice that you've already found a solution for this problem. Right. And I think it's ironic that like we all kind of agree. Like that's the first thing that jumps out at me. Like, well, if we're going to use the light properly, we kind of have to get like the oddballs out of there, and you're already onto it,
Right.
Yeah. In a sense, if you were to have those 3 decently looking plants, the 3 you do have in this space of many, the 2 back ones and the one way to the right that you said was in flower, if you would have came on here with those 2 and the one behind you in a tent, would have said nice fucking job. But
we'd be singing praises for sure.
Yeah, it's the sense. I think there's something bigger said than just the light there. I think hold yourself to some standards and try to slow things down. Even if you had one plant with that light and a fucking 2x2 spacing came on here, it would have been a different story. But it's just too much at everywhere is at different times and everything else. I would just slow it down. You obviously have the skill, man. I can see it on your back left plant, your back right plant. You were able to at least do some training, get 6 or 7 colas up there. So I'd just slow down, focus on what you know works.
Yes, sir.
If you would have came
Welcome
in here
to my
with just
jungle.
not even one back left, man, I would have been happy.
There's a little bit of fluff you kind of have to do when it comes to presentation. And we always try to put our best foot forward, you know? And there's a little bit of fluff that you can do. And I think that fluff is actually really guaranteed for success for all those plants. The minute you can get them separated and focus this type of light at this wattage, at this height over these plants and work on them in that space, because those back, left, right, and the left and right plants, like Gigi was saying, those are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know? And it would be, we'd have actually a better idea of what they look like. I mean, do you want to pull those plants? You want to pull those plants out so we can see them, those back left plants?
Oh, they need some lollipopping and a little bit of shaking, but it shows he was able to get, 6 to 8 main colas up there.
Sure.
Is that the AFCU? All right, bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm an AFCU partner. I got an AFCU going right now, man.
Yeah, he's just missing some lollipopping, but he knows how to bring up colas. He just needs more of them next round and more plants like that next to plants like themselves. Hold yourself to a higher standard, man. You know what you can do. Yeah, just need to clean up. They need to clean up and more colas, but you can see there's an ideal of training there. That's all you need. Just a little clean up.
We've already been topping. Yeah, we've already been topping. That's the important part.
That's the one.
Right off the bat.
AFCU. That's the one AFCU.
That needs some lollipopping, but you're there, man. You're training. That's what's important.
All right, and this is AFCU number 2.
Yeah, if you came out with these plants, we would have had a different conversation. We would have talked about, getting more colas or lollipopping the sucker island at the bottom. Like, these are nice. You came on here, it'd be a whole different story. And that's because you're not holding yourself to a higher standard. That's what you want. Some of those plants in those pots are dead. You know that.
These AFCUs here was started on October 1st. These here, everything else I just started this month.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like John said,
watch out for harm.
Some of those, you got to hold yourself to a higher standard, and I'm going to ask you to hold yourself to a higher standard. You know,
I heard those AFCUs been known to harm.
Hay, I'm going to tell you, the hay scares me just because it attracts bugs.
Yeah, I can let go of the hay. That can be something we can tackle once everything else is kind of understood. But some things I let go. Like, people want to put CO2 bags in. It's probably not the smartest thing, but some people just don't want to let it go. So it's pointless me banging it in their head. I'd rather say, hey, let's slow down and look at where you're winning and see where we can improve on it. Because these are nice plants all day. Damn. Why'd you show us those other ones, man? You should have came out with these just right here. I would have been like, oh, nice shit, man. Nice. Then I would have asked you.
Then I would have had to move everything. Then I would have had to move everything.
But thank you for showing them, man. Thank you for taking the views. Thank you for listening.
Anyway.
Like, thank you for showing them all, though. But definitely hold yourself to those standards right there and strive to do better and slow things down. There's too much going on. You got domes and cups and
bro, you do whatever you want to
and
do.
you're dragging plants into the dark. It's just too much.
Yeah, next live, I guarantee tell you they'll be in their tent and you'll see a whole different situation here.
Hey, my man, check this shit out right here that I got up on the screen right now.
I'm in the jungle.
Well, we appreciate you coming up. It looks good, man.
Yeah, man, talk about jungles. I'm looking at Chronix Grows. He's working in his garden right now. He's got trellis nets going on both sides. It looks like that's an 8x4 tent.
What are we in bed?
Those 2 little portholes. Yeah, I'm not sure where we are because I haven't talked to him about this current garden in a little bit. In fact,
looks like he's working on building colas, and then he's in a flip, man. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's starting to get that shit separated out.
Yeah.
Hey, Chronic, can you hear us, bud?
Shake that booty for us. Come on, give us a little booty shaking.
Oh. He's trying to pinch one off real quick.
You got to scroll back a little bit. He was bending over earlier. So.
But yeah, it looks like he did his lollipop before.
Flowers
here. I'm just not
he's
sure.
He's just trying to get hemp excited. Oh look, nice picking his ass. He's like, yeah.
Like if all those tops are 4 to 5 tight nose spacings, he could totally flip the flower. But it's hard to tell from back here. But yeah, it looks like he's isolating his tops. He's gonna grow a cola and then he's gonna flip the flower. you might end up with a bit of a long leg like Happy, but I think it'll still end around a 50-50 if those are colas. I don't know. It's hard to tell from back here. He looks like Jesus from back here.
And then it's out. What is this? What is this? We're looking at the AFGU. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the AFGU.
Those are the two plants he pulled out. The only two that.
Those are from seed, right?
Yeah.
Those are from seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're out there now. Are they trying to run away from the other plants?
Are you part of the yield source challenge right now? Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too, man.
I actually won I actually won the what you call them Friday.
So now that we're looking at winning plants, though, in the sense now that we're looking at winning plants, we can look at something else. But you see how many like main colas you have versus, the laterals down below or the pom-poms, I call them, where it's just a stick with a pom-pom. How in the future do you think you can get more of those colas?
I see a crock.
I see at least maybe 4 or 5 colas right there.
What you wearing? What?
Let's see your crocs.
Oh, yeah, that's 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yo,
my dude. Colas 4 to 5 tight nose spacings found at the top of the branch. How many of those you got?
Hey, yo. What you know about Crocs and Glocks?
On this AFGU.
Colas found at the top of the branch, 4 to 5 nose spacings, and everything else below starts to branch off into its own top. So as soon as you bend down a branch, you have a bunch of small tops. You have to grow those tops until they have 4 to 5 tight node spacings, and then you lollipop everything else down. But yeah, you just want more of those.
Yeah,
man.
like
lollipop your bullshit down below,
like this
and
guy.
get more cola.
Crocs and Glocks.
Like this guy here.
There's 2 conversations going on.
Whoa! Shake that booty. Shake that booty.
He needs that trellis to hold them legs up.
So let me ask you, simply Grove Buds, are you waiting until the 12th to do the flip, or are you flipping on the 12th?
I'm actually going to flip these AFGUs.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip them tomorrow. I'm going to start tomorrow on the 1st.
All right.
Get all that boof out of there at the bottom. Isolate your colas. You ain't got many.
Because we're having a problem. We're finding some that's herming out. So I said, let me go ahead and flip them so we can find out what's going on with these apples.
When we started talking about this, I actually reached down and I grabbed my cell phone and I reached out to JP. I thought maybe he'd want to come on and talk about it a little bit because I've seen his video from earlier today and I see there's been a little bit of doubt as to what's going on over there. My plants are doing okay, but we're still in veg. I don't have a sex yet. Things are just looking normal.
That's just like this.
I don't. He's got some older plants going on, and he said he was looking at some maybe male sex, traits or Hermes or whatever. And it's I don't know. I'm not in flower yet, so I've still been on a pretty regimented 16 on, 8 off. So we're not really seeing we're seeing nodes and no development, but we're not checking into hairs.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, well, if it's reg seed, it could be really hit or miss, and
with John.
Yeah. Somebody said over there these are supposed to be seeds from the Subcool collection, and the Subcool didn't do feminized seeds. So if those are seeds that are being given out, Viking called to my attention they're coming maybe from JP said Smoking Monkey genetics. But then Smoking Monkey, I went over there, and he's not making AFGU overdrives. I think he might have been using them to make other stuff, So when JP says that's where he got his collection from, he might be saying that. And I was hoping maybe I reached out to him. I gave him a little IG call. I didn't get a hold of him. I was hoping maybe he'd come on here and talk a little bit about it so we can sort of figure this stuff out. But
so now they're mystery beans.
Yeah, man. Fucking bag seed, dude. Could be. Because again, the person who made it, Subcool, didn't make feminized seeds, so they can't be feminized if that's where they're from. And again,
Herm pack grow along.
Bad trash grow along.
I don't know. The Herm challenge.
I've seen some nice shit from Bagsy, but I mean,
it
is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, this is a bag. This is a bag seed right here.
What'd you call me?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, somebody just pulled in my driveway. I gotta head up on out of here. But happy birthday, John.
Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. Tell us where we can find you.
You can find me outro. Hemp with GT on Instagram, YouTube, Coco for Cannabis, and amazing show, John. Great education, great growers love. Peace, everyone.
I really appreciate you coming out and helping me celebrate. I was feeling a lot shittier when we started this program than I do now. So
yeah, the link.
Smoke weed every day.
I appreciate the reminders. Thanks for riding my ass over there in my private messaging, reminding me like I haven't posted a link or I'm not posting it to mine or it's not pinned. I think we all got it figured out, and I appreciate. I wouldn't have done it without you, man. I appreciate it.
Like I said, she's a bag seed. And, you know, this is a clone.
What's up, Mikey?
Man, you got a lot of heads going on already. That's good.
Yeah, that's a clone. This is for my first growth ever. My first growth. So is this. This is for my the one that got flowering. For my first. This is a clone for my first grow. And so everything else is seed, you know. Well, except for the ones in the domes. The ones in the domes are actually clones. They're all clones.
All right, man. Look, I super look forward to seeing you with like multiple tents. I look forward to seeing this in like a week or so. You know, where you
no
maybe
problem.
2 weeks, where you got shit spread out. And that AFGU, like I said, I gotta say, like, you know, I hope JP maybe gets my message and comes on. But I'd love to talk to him about what's going on with that. You know, because it's not like someone's just sending out all herm seeds. It's not like somebody's just sending out all male seeds. If they're from regs, you know, or it's from fucking bag seed or whatever, mixed seeds, then we've got to have some percentage of success. Now, I hope it'd be 50-50, but like I'm not trying to grow any males in my garden, but mine are looking good. Yours are looking good. So, you know, people are reporting problems. I hope that's them and not us, man. Absolutely, right?
Hey, John, and can I say something? Hey, listen.
Please, yeah.
You know, all of these are all grown with those Dollar Tree lights. They're all grown
Dude,
with
I love
Dollar
it,
Tree
man.
lights. And
yeah, you gotta milk everything you can.
Coyote,
you know?
Coyote Garden sent me this TS1000, and so that's what I got them on now. Under now, you know.
Yeah, no. You probably want to pick up at least another one of those if you got a second tent coming in. You know, you gotta have a light plan. Of course, I have to imagine you've already thought of that.
I won the Bloom Plus.
Oh, the Broom Plus.
Broom Plus.
Broom Plus.
Yeah, now you're number one.
I won it.
So what do you got? What'd you get?
I got the tent, the Bloom Plus. Which one was it? I can't remember which one it is, but it'll be here this weekend.
How big of a tent?
I'm not showing the size tent, but I know I won the Bloom Plus sponsorship, and you know, plus the tent, plus a bunch of other stuff.
Dude, winner chicken dinner. I love it, man. It's nice to get free shit, right?
Broom Plus sponsorship. Chapos, you can't even get sponsorship by Broom Plus.
I've done Bloom Plus two grads.
God, now I want to go to the casino. Fuck.
Hey, Chopper, I was only effing with you, man, because I was listening to the background.
I know. Oh, I know. I don't give a shit what you do. You want to kill your shit? Go ahead. I'll tell you what, brother. I ain't gonna fluff it for you, though. I'll tell you what.
It's love, but it's tough love.
Oh, fluff it up. Fluff it for him, Chopper.
Shit. Look at that. We got a tent cam. Chronic Stroke tent cam. Holy fuck.
There you go.
Look at that shit. Right there, man. There you go. Simply Grows. There's it is. There's the vision for your future, bro. New tent.
Yes, sir.
You know, tent. Sticking some good big plants in there, a couple of them. Get a nice light over that shit. Shape them all out. Keep doing like you're doing. Like I said, you know, you got to eat. The sooner you can get your. Oh, look how high up the fucking light is. That's like almost 3 feet up.
T5s.
I love fluorescence, man. Oh my god.
T5s.
I love some fluorescence. Yeah. And that's all it takes right there. That's a wrap. That is all she said. Fucking right there. Dude, Chronic, fucking high fives, man. I still got to get up with you. We got to get together, maybe do some sort of in real life because I know you got some Black Widow, White Widow you want to share over here. We're gonna throw some Black Widow and some White Widow in a fucking
I got
blunt.
some for you.
Yeah. Let's mix it all together and do some Gray Widow smoking.
Not that real life doc up shit. You heard?
Real life doc.
Hey, Chronic. Hey, what's that? What's the? You got a link to that?
New York. Let me find out. Kron's that gimp you was talking about.
Come on, you guys got to film it. Though. Show up in the dark on some lonely fucking New York street and do the fucking doc up late night with New York John and Chronic Rose.
No, man, I'm here for everyone. Fucking come by and show some shit. Dude, I fucking love that. Dude, how many seeds you got going on right now, man? That's a lot of seeds.
There's fucking, I don't know, I lost count. Let me think. Fucking 7 GCPs. I think I got 7 of the Chad. Got some Chad in there.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I got to start those.
I got
those
like
look great.
G13s, the Afghani #1, and Westport's grape juice, and then the Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks ain't popping up, though.
Uh-oh, maybe they're too old.
There's one popped up, but everybody else is...
You only need one to clone.
That's a seed increase. That's like an overflow surplus from a previous run. Yeah.
The seeds.
Dude, it's nice to have gotten all that stuff from Chad. Chad, if you're still listening, man, I mean, if you're not lurking, you're just listening, like, hey, thanks for all that. That was way above and beyond. We were just trying to give away like maybe 10 seeds or a pack of seeds, like one of our viewers, and you ended up sending me and the viewer and Tonic like a whole lot of shit. We really appreciate that. Looking forward to how all this stuff turns out, because I'm a seed killer. I'm afraid of like planting it because I don't want to like kill your shit. So actually Chad's gonna come on with us in the next week or so, because he did ask me if I would engage in a seed test for a breeder, and so we're gonna do a run, but I told him I wouldn't do it unless he came on and taught me and taught the audience his style of seed starting. Now look, he's a breeder. He's got to be good at seeds, right? Right. So he's got to have at least some insights that maybe I don't have, information that maybe I've disregarded or not been able to implement, or at least new ideas for some of you guys who already are good at seeds.
He throws it in the water and then throws it in the paper towel and then throws it. I'm out.
Yeah, but he's a breeder. What if that's his fucking thing? And what if he has 100% success? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that's his story? Is everything works all the time, and maybe we're missing out on something? I don't know. But all I know is I suck at this, so I could take every little bit of advice that he would give us. So I look forward to having him on, because he's going to walk me through how to start those seeds for that seed test. And
he might have that one trick that everybody's missing.
Yeah, it could be. Is it silica? Is it going to be microbes? Is it going to be fucking dry start and then wet finish? I don't know. Tune in, watch this space. You'll find out here. Chad's going to give us a little bit of his time and tell me how to treat these seeds so that I don't embarrass him, because he recommended me to this breeder to grow his stuff and to show what it can look like when we do it here in UWC. So
he's like,
I don't want to embarrass him.
I'll grow the guy's stuff, but you got to show me how to grow it.
Yeah, kind of. No, I can finish a plant, but starting a seed, I suck. Seeds and me, they do not work. Clones have always been perfect. I get nice fucking hairy roots coming out, busting out of the fucking sides. I've tried the root riots. Those are great. I like them better than the Grodan. Grodan is a little iffy, so I find the thing that I like, and it always works. 95, 99, 98% of the time, always works. Seeds, 1 out of 10. Or at least clearly 3 out of 12, so 1 out of 4. I'm really not very good with them. I have a history of fucking up seeds. So I buy stuff to try new stuff, and it's dead on arrival. Just dead. So this guy's a seed killer, Plant's looking nice, but I can't grow a seed to save my life. So I need a breeder to come in and say, look, I've started and successfully finished thousands and thousands of seeds. This is how you do it. So I look forward to that info. I need it.
Can't grow a seed.
I don't know where I've gone wrong, man. I can't start shit, but I can chop it up into little pieces and make those grow. I don't know. You know what, guys? This has been super great. I really appreciate everyone coming on. Chapo, it's been good to have you here. I'm glad you came on first when we started talking about what we got going on. Chronics, dude, the garden's looking fantastic. What we're looking at here is just fucking great, dude. It's always good to see your gardens, and I look forward to getting together with you. And I also look forward to this Saturday's program because we'll figure out what's happening there. Give me a call later on. Viking, dude, I couldn't do it without you, man. You're like the funniest dude in the crew. You come on, you speak truth. You're brutally honest. It's good, like tough love. It's nice to have a tough love guy here. And it's nice. Thank you for having me celebrate my birthday today. Which is that your vibrator?
Whoa, that felt good.
You vibrating?
Someone's vibrating. Someone turned on the Hitachi. They can't.
What's going on over there?
They're getting too involved and they're canna simping.
Canna simp.
Couldn't hold off any longer.
He's over there rubbing his can of clit.
Oh yeah.
New York John needs a haircut. Anyway, but hey, look, guys, I'm gonna push off. But however, whoever starts the next show, whoever it is, I'm gonna pop up.
Cultivator.
I'll show you guys. Oh, Happy Cultivator, that's awesome. And also Smart Poker, I think are gonna do something later on.
Yep.
If you guys get a chance to check that out or care, go ahead and do that and tell them I sent you. It's really, it's interesting having like so many different communities, and like between you guys and me, like most people haven't watched all the way to the end. I think future people aren't going to watch all the way to wherever, like almost hour 3. So I'm just going to say this now, like we're kind of working with communities of people who we've previously disparaged, like they've come under like horrible criticism. And it's nice to, there's a couple of those people of the hundreds we've made fun of. There's a couple of them who we could bring into the boat, get into the middle of the boat, really kind of show what happens, and we can elevate the conversation. So I think that only is going to happen if like you and me and everyone we know kind of spreads out a little bit, finds people who are willing to listen and willing to learn and go through, I don't know, the years it takes to really, at least a year, 3 grows, 4 grows before you get really good. Go through that. And then be able to show for what they have and reproduce it. Because one good grow does not a great gardener make. You got to reproduce it, So it's nice to see that we're kind of all reaching out. And even like like I said, previously disparaged, previously mocked, previously made fun of, previously laughed at communities. Like there are some of those members who we could bring in, and then they're part of us, and they're part of what we do, and they add to what we're doing. So I love that there's a space for VK and Plant Killers fucking reviews. I love that there's a space for Chapo. I love there's a space for me and Chronic to get in here. I love there's a space for like Hempfo Gigi to go out there and like teach something, kind of bring things down to a minimum requirement and just do that, focus on that. He's been able to really internalize, of course, like there's fucking Welcome to the Grow Tent. He the same thing. He was doing all right. He came in, he got some good information, he made it his own, and he reproduced it. And he has a giant fucking flourishing community because of it. So it's nice to be all part of that. Even if a couple of years ago everyone sucked, and now we're all kind of getting really good. So it's good to be all part of that. And I'm grateful to be part of this community and to be able to bring this sort of thing to you. Thank you, everybody who came out, man. Does anybody want to say anything before we shut down?
Nap time.
I got it. Yeah, nap time for Chapo. Viking King, you want to say anything before we?
Yo, simply, you better get them worms in your shit. If you don't get the worms, your shit's gonna hurt.
You think this cigarette's gonna fuck up my fucking garden, Viking? You think this is gonna fuck everything up? I hope not. I've been smoking them back to back all day.
Virus disease.
And Bud's gonna be covered in tobacco smoke. All your lung butter dust.
Used to plan for an ashtray.
Definitely, that thing's already got tobacco virus. Oh, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Use the plant for an ashtray.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, Chronic, what's that? Your flashlight, Chron?
That's my flashlight.
I love it. Dude, that's awesome. What does that say? Grapeberry? Grape cherry? Grape cherry punch.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah, his flashlight has Chad Westport's face on it.
Oh, it's an ashtray. Shit. That's awfully small flashlight.
All right, guys. So I went ahead and muted Viking.
Now we know how they got the seeds. Now we know how they got the seeds. I'm just fucking with you guys.
Send me a sample.
Oh, you fucking guys, man.
You fucking guys. You bully.
All right, shit dicks. Get the fuck out of here, man. Thanks for helping me celebrate my birthday. I look forward to seeing you guys in other live chats in equally good form. Thank you for everybody showing up. Thank you for everyone's proper comportment and humoring me on my 44th birthday and this midday live show. All you unemployed motherfuckers popped on and said hi, so I just wanted to say hi.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed
All
every
right,
day.
motherfuckers. John, thanks for having us, dude.
Viking, always my pleasure. Thank you for coming on and helping me out. All right.
Motherfuckers in chat. Later, everybody.
All right.
Thanks
yeah.
for coming
Sindor
out.
next. Staggering Productions. Momanic Meds. Code Veridian. Old Fart Home Grower. God, you guys all made it here at the very, very end. Look, there's a next place to be. It's probably going to be over Happy Cultivators. Hope I see you guys there. All right. And I don't want to say like my gromies or grower love, but like it's good to see you guys here. Thanks for helping me celebrate. All right. Hail Satan.